All right, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice. We're going to continue in last week's fashion and get through the bills. First, quick shout out to Jose at Jose Perez on Twitter. This guy's been around forever, and now he popped up on the Boxing Voice scene, and he did a numerous amount of purchases. I mean, this guy bought a hat, shirt, a hoodie, cell phone case. Shout out to you. Thank you for believing in our movement. Of course, I hope everybody took advantage of Audible. I did get a few emails, and I'm glad that you did because, like I said last week, man, there's plenty of boxing titles there that you guys can pick up. You know, I told you guys about Cinderella Man and Sound and Fury, and, of course, the Muhammad Ali and Howard Cosell story. Bernstein's got a bunch of his books there. I've told you guys to search for Thomas Hauser, which is another great writer as well. You know, and can't forget about onit.com. You know, we appreciate you guys using our affiliate link. And like I said, I can no longer just say some things. You know what I mean? I know that the T Plus is working. It's definitely giving me more energy throughout the day. But like I said, you have to work out. And I'm doing a bunch of that with all these remodels. So. You know, Robert Ortiz was here over the weekend, so he could tell you that, you know, it's definitely a lot of work for Ness over here. But you know, Fast Break Bell Bonds, can't forget them. If you ever need in the jam, you know, 973-497-7000 is the number. It's going to be your freedom call. And, you know, big shout out to them for sticking with us from the very, very beginning.
You're listening to the Boxing Voice.
It's showtime!
Welcome back, boxing fans.
Blood is good.
Fireplace, a match of blood.
Blood is emotion.
Too much blood coming out of the eye.
Blood is a story, a drama.
Deep gas, blood pouring right into his eye.
Blood is what we want to see in terms of passion.
Blood streaming now from the cut in the eye, the nose, the mouth, the cheeks swollen, and he's still tall.
What we want is a bloody good fight tonight.
We have Heather, the Heat Hardy. Is this you?
This is me. I think I need to talk to you every night because you make me smile and blush over here.
Never been a lame-o, never been a lame-o. Yeah, I love the trip. I'm okay.
You're serious? You're serious?
And that's the good thing about UK. That's why I can't hate on them guys, man. They love fucking boxing.
No fighters in England. They all bums.
Did you hear what this idiot just said?
Yo, son, you're gonna get your ass beat by Molina, son.
Are you fucking kidding me? He's overrated.
Just some pushes for me right now.
For the interview? Yes. Let those gifted hands go. Get out of here, Virgil. Go home. We're next.
You want the table shot to please? You don't even know it. You want the table shot to please?
BoxingVoice.com.
This is why we use the word sensation.
You have a beautiful family,
Tienes una familia hermosa
and you're a true champion.
y eres un verdadero campeón.
But the next fight don't hit me in the dick so much.
En la próxima pelea no me pegues tan abajo.
I do want to make some more kids.
Okay, but next time let me use my gloves.
He said, enough war, just give me the fucking rematch and I'll let you go to that. He was respectful, but...
Well, the thing, what are we going to do? We can take it down there right now and make it happen right now. I can't. Where you go right now? I'm going back to you. Let's right now. I said that he's a brother, he's a tough guy, he's a tough competitor. I take nothing away from him. And he fought us hard. We gave people what they wanted to see. And it's not a problem. We can do it again in September if you feel that it is.
Done deal. Rematch September. You just shook my hand to a rematch in September.
September, if we do it again, I don't want Tony Weeks as the referee, but I do like Tony Weeks. I feel like tonight he was just letting everything fly.
Boy, was this the toughest fight you've had?
Toughest wrestling match. It's totally different. Miguel Cotto's tougher. Miguel Cotto's tougher. I'm not gonna say yes, I'm not gonna lie. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. Miguel Cotto is a tougher fighter and he hit harder.
But did he give you a tougher fight?
Canelo hit harder than him. Yes, Canelo hits harder. And even though it was a chess match, like I take nothing away from him, like I said before, he's tough and he's very, very rugged. Now I could have made this fight absolutely easy, but it would have been boring, and I didn't want to do that for the fans. These fans are, paying serious money to come out here to support the fighters, so we got to give them what they want to see. Sometimes you got to just say, you know what, I got to get some bumps and bruises today. I got to stay right there and get the fans what they want to see. I'm pretty sure after my numbers come in, with that, it was worth it. It was worth it. For the next fight down the road, they're gonna come and say, you know what? Floyd gave us what we want to see, so we're coming back. And that's what it's about. The fans are very, very important. Very, very important. I love the fans.
It's a maniac! It's a maniac! The maniac is running wild like he's never ran before!
Yes, yes, yes. It is the fucking maniac. And Ness, man, I really want to thank you for putting me on nice and early to just get my shit out the way, my sting. And let me just get right into it. First of all, I want to make this clear. A fight, right? A fight. Every round is judged round by round, right? And it's judged, and it's based on these 4 criteria. Clean punching, effective aggressiveness, ring generalship, and defense. When you watch the fight, which fighter consistently, who did those 4 things more per round? It was Maidana. It was Maidana. No one can tell me nothing more, nothing less. Maidana won this fight. He controlled the pace. Maybe 2-3 rounds, Floyd controlled it. But 85% of the fight, Maidana controlled it. He landed the cleaner punches. Yeah, the stats show that Floyd landed more at the end, 8-9 punches, but that doesn't mean you won the fight. Just because Floyd landed more doesn't mean he won the fight. But then, if that's the case, then people gotta admit Castillo won the first fight because he outlanded Floyd by a lot. And then he's in there with a fighter that's not even a top 10 pound for pound fighter. That's one. Maidana's ranked number 8, probably welterweight. You understand? And then, when you look at it, people say, oh, Floyd fought like that because he wanted to entertain the fans. Get the fuck out of here. Maidana did what all fighters are supposed to do when you fight Floyd. You must bully him. He bullied him the whole night. Floyd bitched the whole night. He was looking for Tony Weeks every time out to bail him out. Maidana landed the more punches, man. More effective punches was Maidana. The cleaner, obvious shots was Floyd. But that's what Floyd does. Maidana's easy to hit. Who doesn't hit Maidana? Every single fight he's been hit, right? Floyd is one of the most, if not the most accurate puncher in boxing. And he wasn't making it look easy. Yeah, he landed shots, but Maidana controlled this fight. He won this fight 7 rounds to 5. I'm tired of Floyd always getting the benefit of the doubt when it comes to everything. He bitched about the gloves. You understand? He bitched about him being Maidana being too rough. It never, him being with Heyman. There's too much money invested in Floyd for him to lose a decision. The worst he's going to get is a draw. If you don't knock out Floyd, you're not going to win. Look at Floyd's face when them scores were being announced by Jimmy Lennon Jr. The first score was the 114. You didn't see him or his team put that face like, oh, they put that shit like, oh, man, here we go. This might be it. this might be it. They knew what it was, man. This whole money team, Mayweather understood what it was, man. He did not win that fight. Now, people want to say that, oh, you bugging out. I'm not bugging out. I know Maidana won that fight. Yes, there was close rounds. But that's the problem. Every fucking big fight Floyd's in, all the close rounds go to him. Never no other fighter get the benefit of the doubt. So now you telling me a fighter has to win every round super clearly to beat Floyd, but Floyd just, could just win the round so-so, landing a couple of punches, and then he gets the round. Hell no. Once again, what I told you, based on those 4 criteria, that's how you judge a round. And that was Maidana. Oh, he was hitting air. He was landing. Were they flush, head snapping shots? No, he was landing. The same thing with Paulie. Paulie outlanded Broner, but he didn't win the fight. You understand? Paulie was the more effective fighter, but he didn't win the fight. You understand? That's what I'm saying. Floyd, at the end of the day, he lost this fight, man. I'm tired of it, Ness. I'm tired of it, Habib. I'm tired of it, James. I'm tired of it, Vic. And yeah, they label me, oh, you a Floyd hater. Nah, I don't like him, yeah. But at the end of the day, I call it like it is. I'm a Cotto fan. I never came on Boxing Voice and say Cotto beat Mayweather. I said Mayweather beat him. It was a way closer fight than how the judges had it. But Mayweather beat Cotto. I'm not arguing that. Guerrero lost to Floyd. I didn't say he lose. Canelo lost to Floyd. I didn't say he lose. You understand? That's why the hater is. Facts is fact. Floyd will get any benefit of the doubt. Come on, man. Other fighters is getting robbed out there. Pacquiao winning, obviously. I'm just fucking so pissed, man. That I can't no more. I was ready to break my friend's TV, but that shit was too expensive. You understand? Like, it's just not what boxing should be about, man. And people I know after me, oh, but fuck either way. Maidana brung it to Floyd. There's maybe 2 or 3 rounds that Maidana was, in the middle of the ring, and he wasn't that aggressive and he didn't control the fight. But 85% of the fight, he controlled it. He landed the punches. He won these rounds, man. He won these rounds. Then Floyd, you're going to say that he did that to motherfucking have the fans enjoy the fight? That's ridiculous, man.
Sean,
every time Floyd looks bad in the fight, he did it for the fans. I could have made it look easy. When's this Floyd like?
Sean, listen. James, you hear me?
Yeah.
Let's get a mic check here. Sean, listen. I agree with a lot of what you say, but, you can't just come on and say Maidana won the fight. What was your scorecard?
He said 7-5.
Give me the rounds. Give me the rounds.
I didn't. I don't remember right now. But there was a lot of close. Listen, I don't write score. I was counting them.
But
I don't remember. I know the one round for sure.
This is boxing.
Listen.
Robberies happen. Upsets happen. Why do you think everybody has a scorecard? You can't just come on saying, oh, it was tight rounds. Maidana, Floyd always get the decision. Listen, what rounds did you give them? Because there was swing rounds.
All right, let me tell you this. What rounds did you give Floyd? The only definitive round he won was the 7th round.
No, I gave him.
For sure, out of the first 5 rounds, Maidana won 4. He won round 1 and 2 easy.
Look,
he won those.
He
won those.
I gave you your time. Now it's my time. Don't go away because I'm going to be talking
I'm here.
directly to you. Now this.
Yeah, I want to jump in too.
This is the thing. I picked Maidana. So all you fuckers hitting me on Twitter, remember I picked them. None of you motherfuckers called into the show and said you was picking them. I picked them. The same guy that called him a bum half a year ago. I picked him. What else did I say? You guys heard Al Bernstein say that shit on the televised portion talking about, oh, this is Castillo-ist. I said that shit Thursday. Okay? I told you that this right hand was going to be like Shane Mosley's right hand to Floyd, I said that shit. So let's not get it fucked up. So if anybody wants Maidana to win so he can look like Nostradamus again, it's fucking me because I need a win. But guess what? He didn't win. Maidana did some fucking good work in this fight. He surprised the hell out of me. He's an overachiever. But I, unlike Sean, I have a fucking scorecard. And I can tell you what rounds Maidana won in my eyes, because my opinion is my own, just like Sean's is his own. But I scored this fight not once but twice, James. I know you only got to watch it live probably because you was out there. So it sucks for you. But for me, I scored this fight twice in both ways. I got 7-5 Floyd and 8-4 Floyd. Because there's 2 swing rounds. That 4th round is a huge swing round. And
I gave that to Maidana.
It fucking calls in, because I seen the tweets. I see the switchboards lit up. I'm going to go to James, then I'm going to every last one of you motherfuckers. But anybody that has the balls to call in and tell me that 12th round is Maidana's, be prepared to have your motherfucking boxing pass stripped. If it was a tag, I'm ripping it straight off your fucking shirt. And you're ejected from my sport. Because you idiots that are tweeting me, go back and watch that round. There's no way Maidana won the 12th round. I want Maidana to win. I said I wanted this shit to get shook up. I even compared it to the Joker from Batman. Like, don't forget, I wanted this just as bad as everyone else. But he didn't do it.
No, man, I'm totally with you. I gave the 4th round, you said was a swing round. I gave that to Maidana, and I gave Floyd Mayweather the 12th round. And like you said, I saw this live, but I mean, I kept texting you guys, making sure, because I think you guys would even see my group text. I'd be like, yo, I don't know what you're seeing, but I don't know if all these punches are landing, but this is what it appears to me. And with you guys at home, I mean, it seemed pretty definitive to me. The problem with these kind of fights is that a lot of people come in and they say, like, I mean, this is no disrespect to Sean, he's my boy and stuff, but he says that, oh, everyone gives the benefit of the doubt to Mayweather. But then you give the benefit of the doubt every time to Maidana, and that's the exact same thing. I call it as I see it. I don't give people benefits of the doubt because one's a champion, or maybe Maidana's doing something that I never saw him to do. When those fighters enter the ring, it's basically 0-0. You've never won, you've never lost. I'm doing it at what I see in front of me, and what I saw in front of me last night was Floyd Mayweather winning 8-4. I mean, it seemed like don't get me wrong. I'm gonna go. I was really impressed by Maidana last night, and you know, I honestly, I said before this that I think he beats Broner in the rematch. I'm sure as fuck that he beats Broner in a rematch. I think he knocks the fuck out of Amir Khan in a rematch. The Maidana we saw last night is a lot different than the Maidana we saw in the past. And he started the fight brawling, and then halfway through it, he actually started using his jab. It was almost like he had 2 different game plans that he wanted to catch Floyd Mayweather off guard. To me, I was interested as hell as this fight. I thought this was a great, entertaining fight, and the second week in a row, we thought this was a showcase fight, and we were all proven wrong.
Yo, 2 things, right? First thing, you notice that I went stealth in that group chat. There was a time where we were all talking, and it was at the Jay Leon Love fight. After that, I went stealth. That's because Robert Ortiz was in town. He asked me to wait for him and not watch the Broner fight, so I paused my pick. So I had to shut my phone off because it's fight night. Everyone is tweeting me, texting me, calling me. I had to shut my phone off, but I couldn't because he's never been to my house. So I had to leave it on, right? Finally, he gets here of numerous times that I couldn't, you know, look at the phone because you guys were killing me. When he got here, we both put our phones on airplane mode. So we had no bias, dude. We had absolutely no bias because we didn't know the results, and I didn't know your guys' feelings on anything because I hadn't watched since after the Jay Leon Love fight. I came into this fight clear-headed, and Maidana did a lot of shit to shock me. His jab, as slow as it looks, was continuously landing on Mayweather, and if not, offsetting everything out of Mayweather. All you fuckers that's going to call in, please, just look at this fight. Look at this fight. Because there is a case for Maidana because he did so much. He stopped Mayweather from leading with that right. Every time Mayweather would posture over where he would let both of his hands sit at his side and kind of sway side to side where you knew that lead right was coming, somehow Maidana made him rethink that shit and put his hands up. He threw less lead rights in this fight than I guarantee you in any other fight in all his history. This dude, yo, Maidana's just an awkward motherfucker. I mean, did you see the way that right hand was coming down? Mind you, a lot of them shits missed. And this is why Mayweather won so many of those rounds. Because, James, again, from you being in the stands, it's impossible for you to think that those overhand rights that look like karate chops are not landing from where you're at. But on television, my friend, those shits were missing. So many shots missing and not hitting. And what he was landing on was shoulders and fucking hips and a lot of body work. I mean, he did so much. His left hook, Maidana's left hook was the biggest asset because, honestly, the right hand was taken away. It was taken away, but he did things, listen, that I never imagined. There's so many fucking people here.
Real quick, Nats, before we jump in, I want to know what rounds you gave to Maidana, because you said you had it 2 different times. I had it 8-4. I just want to know our scorecards before we jump in.
So both times, the first time I watched it, which was last night, you know, I gave it to Maidana. I gave him rounds
1
through 5.
You gave him 1 through 5?
1 through 5.
I gave him 1, 4, and 5. I thought Mayweather won second and third, but keep going.
So now, my second time watching it, I gave Maidana 1, 2, 3. I gave Floyd the 4th round, and I gave Maidana again the 5th round. But after that, clear sailing Mayweather. It was Lucas Matisse Molina all over again. But with Maidana being competitive in spots, but not nearly doing enough to win those rounds compared to all the fucking pot shotting, right hands, left hands, uppercuts, jabs to the body Mayweather would land a fucking jab to the body and Maidana would have to reset. It was literally hurting him. The jab was hurting him. And these are things you guys can't see live. Watch this fight again is all I'm saying. It is what it is. Everybody has their opinion. I'm not going to belittle your opinion. Don't belittle mine. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to, we're going to go down the line in order because there's a lot of you guys, and we're going to start drive-by mode right from the beginning so that we can get as many callers on live because there's a lot of opinions here. And in that order, Sean, I'm going to go right back to you in the order that it takes me, but you still have that place, so don't go away because I know you want some get back.
Introducing the hard-hitting ringside Robbie.
Hello, guys. Interesting card last night. I definitely think Floyd won the fight. Maidana surprised me with a lot of what he was able to do, but I don't have a problem with the decision. I mean, and I think if Floyd keeps his word, I definitely think Maidana deserves a rematch. I'd rather see Maidana fight him again than Amir Khan. I don't want to see Amir Khan get a Mayweather fight. So if Floyd gives Maidana a rematch, I will not be unhappy with that at all.
I'm glad you brought that fight up because, I mean, I picked Khan to win the Collazo fight, and I was right. So a lot of people have to call in and eat some crow, including Ness and you. But
yep,
I really think I don't think Khan is good at all, man. What I saw last night was just he did enough to beat Luis Collazo, but there is anyone in the top 5, possibly maybe not even Devin. He probably beats Devin Alexander, but anyone who packs a punch is going to lay that guy out, Sparko.
No,
I'm not impressed by Khan at all.
He's got so many weaknesses. It's not even funny. I mean, Danny Garcia and Lamont Peterson exposed him. I mean,
I had him winning the Peterson fight, to be fair.
That division's gonna kill him.
Yeah, he can't take a punch, man. It's 0 punch resistance.
I'll say this. Shout out to UK personnel. My guy, he really hates me. Listen, Khan. I think his name is @has H. Oh fuck, I gotta look it up, man. But this goes to you too. Khan, I'm gonna give him credit for this, James, because I don't know if again you were live. I don't know if you were able to notice the things that Khan did learn in this year layoff. He absolutely learned how to clinch. Correct.
Well, I also think one of his biggest issues that you used to always have is like his constant bouncing, kind of like Manny Pacquiao does. But now he kind of stands like, he kind of sits down on his punches, and he just really, he's not as energetic as he used to be and not as twitchy, and I think that's preventing him from getting caught as much. I think he's definitely learned a lot, but his punching, he has 0 punch resistance, and in the 147 division ahead of him, it's all punchers.
Well, he had a lot of patience. He was able to switch his game plan. He didn't get nervous. But the problem that I have with Khan and why do guys think he's so good when this dude, he's always in a tight fight. It just doesn't matter who he's fighting. It's always a tight fight. Like, he's always coming. And people are going to call in and say, oh, but he dropped your boy Collazo 3 times, Niz. He did it 3 times. No, man. But how do you drop someone 3 times and then you're still being stalked throughout the fight? He has absolutely no power, this dude.
It seems like he slowed down a bit too. Did he?
I don't know what it is because, again, how could I say that he has no power but he was dropping Collazo? But then why is he always on the back foot? Why is he always being stalked down? Why is Collazo coming at him with hands on his side, eating and rolling punches nonstop, and still catching up to Khan? And Khan, in desperation, holding obsessively, ridiculous amounts of holding. But at least, like in that round, there were times where he held and he hit and he scored a fucking knockdown, you know? And like they said in that replay, you know, yo, that was an awkward way that he threw that short little right to catch Collazo and clip him. So he does some things good, but you know that he's always one punch away. Like, he got drunk by Collazo. Like, every fight, no matter what, he's gonna be a drunk punched guy. And I guess that vulnerability adds to the excitement. But I don't see why people are willing to invest in this kid, because once he gets on that elite level, he's gonna fail the way that he's been failing versus elite fighters.
Or the way he takes punches at 147. The way he takes punches at 147, I think, like Floyd Mayweather's lead right hand could possibly stop him or knock him out. I think that's enough. I literally, because I want to come on here and say I was right as shit about Khan and blah, 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 this and that, but Khan to me he's disappointing at what, he's worse than he was at 140. He was in the press conference talking about, oh, this is the proper weight for me, this is this and that, this is the reason why I did this. But while he improved offensively, he didn't need to improve offensively. He needed to improve defensively, and he really didn't do that too much either. So
I just don't think that this win, like, he won spectacular enough for us to say, yeah, because after watching Maidana prove to everyone, because everyone's case for Khan to fight Mayweather is, oh, well, he's never seen a style like that before. You know, Khan's speed is going to offset Mayweather. Well, we just seen that you don't need speed, because Maidana's slow-ass jab was coming right in, landing, and allowing him to cut the distance. Maidana just fought the fight of his life, dude. He just did. But there was times that he gassed out. James, we got to stop going back and forth. Let's take it back to the streets. Matt, you're live. What's going on, brother?
You want to be quiet? He's choking on that crow right now.
I don't know. 813, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this? Where you calling from?
This is Randall calling from Tampa, man. How y'all doing?
What's going on, brother? Talk to us. What did you think about this fight? Or whatever you want to talk about. If you want to talk about Ishe Smith, it's on you.
Don't no one call and talk about Ishe Smith.
I got 2 scorecards. I scored it. I was at the sports bar last night. I had HD, so I was able to get a lot of those shots that Maidana missed. But with that being said, I scored it last night the first time I watched it. I had 6 swing rounds in the fight. And if you give Maidana all those swing rounds, it was a draw. With that being said, I scored it 117 to 111 the first time I scored it. I gave Maidana the first round, the 3rd round, and the 5th round. The 2nd round, I don't see how anybody can say Mayweather lost that 2nd round. He landed some real effective punches that 2nd round. I see a lot of people say Mayweather lost the first 5 rounds. Even if he had a lot of swing rounds, he didn't lose that 2nd round. I don't care what nobody say. Off the further point, the 2nd round, he didn't lose. I mean, not the 2nd round, the 12th round. Mayweather started the 12th round with a 3-punch combo. He didn't lose that 12th round. So it was a lot of swing rounds, but I had Mayweather winning both times.
Shout out for having a scorecard.
I believe you saw what you saw the way that I saw that the same way, man. Listen, I wanted Maidana to win, but Tampa, thanks for calling in. We got a bunch of callers. We're gonna go down the line. 646. This is Boogie Down Sean. You're back, Boogie. You already know it's drive-by mode. This shit is more lit up than a Christmas tree. Boogie Down Sean just lost his go.
He's wrestling a Mayweather fan.
You're live on the Boxing Voice. 831. Who is this and where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, brother? El Dude from Cali.
El Dude, what's going on, brother? Shout out to El Dude, always in the YouTube chat faithfully, and his uncle, grandpa, actually, always listening in. El Dude, I think you got the radio playing in the background. Can you handle that real quick?
I didn't have any noise in the background yet, but I'll check it out real quick. I'll take you guys off a speaker real quick and put it in my ear. Hold on. Hey, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
No, man, let me just say what I got to say, and I'll give you my scorecard at the end. I'll say it real quick. You know, I don't get paid to tell what I say. You know what I mean? My constitutional right is my corner, and the freedom of the press is my ring. I was one of the lone rangers in social media now and then. It was me, El Dude, who told you and all of you that Maidana was going to pull it through. What did I tell you and what did I say? Was I right or was I robbed and made? I was the one who had Maidana's back, or I am the one from the beginning who had hyped the fight to what it was. I was no pay nor any affiliation to the business game. I came, I saw, and I believed in El Chino by promoting what was to be the world's greatest upset of the decade. But what I saw was a moment of deception. No one but a few knew what Maidana was going to do. But when the messenger of war came knocking, it was to deliver El Dude's news. Now, let me give you my scorecard real quick. When I first saw it live, I had it 8-4 for Maidana. I gave him the first 5 rounds without a doubt. I gave him 10 and 11. The 12th was questionable. When I saw it the second time, and the third time, and the fourth time, I gave it 7-5 for Maidana. And the rounds that I gave to Floyd were 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 12th. Now, 1-17, 1-11 for Floyd, that was a bunch of bullshit. And I'll just leave it as that. What do you guys think about that?
First off, I want to give you snaps for that poem. Snaps. I think that's the proper thing you do with poems. But so you had Mayweather, or you had Maidana winning both times?
Yes, I did, sir.
Well, I mean, it's tough because this is one of those situations where we get into battle with people and how you judge fights. And I could see how people, they give the aggressiveness to Marcos Maidana, man. It's undeniable that he really tried to push Floyd, but the only thing I can say, man, is I had a 116, 112, 8-4 Floyd Mayweather, and I mean I have to go back and watch it, but it seems I'm pretty accurate with a lot of other people. The only round I've heard different than everyone else right now is, including Nass, is I scored the 4th round for I got the 2nd and 3rd round for Floyd Mayweather through the first fight.
I got your scorecard at the beginning. It was cool and it's fair. And all I want to say, what a hell of a fight. This was a badass fight.
See, and that's what...
This is the best from the best. Everybody's been saying, nah, man, guy's flat foot. Nah, man, this guy's unique. He came and he brought it. And he showed the world who Maidana is. I'm Mexican, dude. I'm Mexican-American. I'm actually a Yaqui, native, but it's Mexican-American, and that's who I am. And you know what? I don't give a damn about any race or politics. I love boxing. It's my passion. It's my love. You know what I mean? It's been brought up since my grandpa to my pops to even my mom. She's the one to put me in the boxing gym. You know what I mean? But let me say this, man. This fight, this fight right now is the fight of the year. And second fight candidate is Bradley versus Manny. And I would love to see the barriers that are dividing the sport that we love get settled. But one day we could see Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. That'll be the mega fight of the century. And just the announcement itself will stop the world in its tracks, man. It'll drive the fans in pandemonium. I want to see that fight next. I know you guys got a lot of callers. I love your show. I'm always supporting. I'll let you guys go. If you guys want to ask me a question, I'll give you guys a shot, man. What's up?
You know what I really like about this fight is that I'd rather people call me an asshole for having Floyd Mayweather winning this fight 8-4, but I like the fact that it's so close that there's so many people that gave it to Maidana. I mean, I like being able to, I think debate drives this sport. Debate is what keeps us coming back when you're able to argue with someone. And you know what, to be honest with you, if you say you have Marcos Maidana, winning, I can see an argument for that. I don't agree with it by any means because I obviously scored for Floyd Mayweather, but I can see an argument, and you have merit in being able to kind of justify it. And I'd rather something like this than a complete blowout on Mayweather's side, and I think what we had last night was great for boxing.
Well, James, the thing is this, man. I mean, Mayweather himself, like Boogie Down Sean said, he had doubt. I mean, everything that Sean said about watching after the bell rung, you know, his facial expressions, it was just weird. It wasn't typical post-fight Mayweather looks. And much like the Castillo fight, and this one, he's saying if you know if you want the rematch, you could get the rematch because he knows himself that it was tight. I don't
think he did it for show though.
Huh? I don't think he did it for show. I mean, he doesn't have an opponent, brother, and we both know no matter who's gonna call in here, Amir Khan didn't do enough. Amir Khan still was getting punished by come on.
Yeah, like, shout out to Stuart Little because I'm about to say something that I never thought I'd say. Kell Brook knocks out Amir Khan.
Well, you know, I don't know. That's Battle of the Bums right there. Let's go down.
Bum Fights Part 5.
Let's go down the line because we have alumni status.
With the blood of a Scottish warrior coursing through his veins, this man proclaimed,
I fucking love boxing.
Introductions for the Prince of Scotland. What's going on, MV2?
Yo, what's up, man? That's a fucking brilliant interview. Oh, sorry, intro. Man, I fucking love that shit.
Well, shout out to Matt, man. All courtesy to Matt, the producer.
Oh, man, Matt up. Bow to you. Congratulations, man. Regarding the fight, I had it a draw, 6 each. I thought Maidana surprised everyone, man. I thought Floyd looked old as fuck. I said his footwork would be key, but he didn't have any, man. He was just getting pushed to the ropes continuously. And instead of trying to spin him like Amir Khan was spinning Collazo, he was just fucking lying on the ropes and letting him swing away. Like, I thought maybe he was just trying to get Maidana tired, just trying to make him punch himself out, but he had opportunities to get out of there, and he just, in my opinion, just chose to fucking lie on the ropes and make it a tighter fight than what was necessary. But man, I thought Maidana was fucking amazing. But I need to say to you, James, man, what the fuck are you on, James?
What do you mean?
You said that Amir Khan done just enough to win.
No, I didn't.
Every single round.
No, I didn't say he did just enough to win. I said he did enough to beat Luis Collazo, which I had him winning. I think I had him up like 11 rounds, including the knockdowns. I just wasn't impressed, man. He won every round, but I still wasn't impressed. It's one of those fights, man, where it's just like you come out of it. I have just as many questions as I had before it, if not more now, because he's at 147. He's looking at a group of power punches in front of him, and Floyd Mayweather, I think, gives him issues. Big issues.
I strongly disagree with both of you guys. I've got respect for your guys. I definitely respect Nez.
I gotta agree with James, man. He improved. I'm giving him credit because there were things that he did differently. Excuse me. He held and hit. You could see the Andre Ward, Kareem Mayfield training right there. You could see the way. Look at that knockdown that he scored. He grabbed Collazo's right arm, pulled it, so he made Collazo open his guard, and then he uppercutted the shit out of Collazo. Yo, he did improve, but he still has the same fucking weaknesses. He still comes in with the 1-2, jumps in, overcommits, and Collazo's shoulder lands on his stomach, right? And then Collazo works the body, and then Khan has to hold because he can't take any punishment. This dude is so fragile, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
If one day someone tells me they found this dude changing his fucking tampon, I will believe it. Because it's ridiculous how much of a pussy he is. How could he never be dominant? Listen to me. I know I'm going to give you a chance, MV2, but look, this guy, right, he did so well. He won every round, but yet in no round did he look dominant. Did he look the dominant force? Dominant. I'm talking about not show dominance with his skill, look dominant, where his opponent is running from him. He is running from his
that's not right.
opponent. Every round, he's running from his opponent. If he's beating Collazo, why is Collazo chasing him around the ring?
Yep. I agree with everything you said.
Well, first of all, you said there was no rounds he dominated. He knocked him down twice and nearly stopped him in one round.
Wasn't the second? It looked the second one was like the behind the head or some shit.
Literally saved by the bell in one of the rounds.
MV2, you clearly did not comprehend what I said. Not show dominance with his skill, because he was more skillful than Collazo, and he proved that. But he never showed his dominance. He never shut down Collazo the way that Mayweather shut down Canelo, where you make your opponent realize you don't belong. In fact, it was the exact opposite. And Collazo would take his punches and be like, this motherfucker can't even hurt me. I'm coming for you. I'm looking for you. I'm trying to get you. But guess what? The ref keeps letting me not get to you. When I finally make it, you clinch me and they break it up. Then I got to chase you down all over again. But all it was is a cat and mouse game, man. Stop lying to yourself.
Man, I need to strongly I know you've got a ton of callers, but I need to just say this. Man, you've moved the goalposts. Everybody was picking Collazo before this fight. Now fucking Khan wins every single round, knocks him down 3 times. Now you're saying that he's fragile?
I pick Khan for the record.
All right, MV2. So look, instead of arguing with us and how we think of the fight, tell me what you thought of this fight round by round. Please tell me.
I thought he won every single round. I thought all the punches, all the clean punches, was coming from Collazo. The only time I really seen Collazo land something substantial on Khan was like the 11th round or something. And there's a difference between pushing someone back and someone choosing to go backwards. And Khan was choosing to go backwards just as a strategy, just to kind of not put himself in harm's way, and then he'll use his movement. Every time Collazo cut off the ring, every time he got close, Khan would grab him, spin him, and then Collazo was trapped in the corner, and then he went to work. And then he took a couple steps back and regained the centre of the ring. I thought it was a fucking masterclass. I don't know what...
Okay, I mean, masterclass? Was Floyd Maidana a masterclass?
Well, that's a good point, because I thought Maidana was fucking really, really dirty in that fight.
All right,
really, really dirty. And people are giving shit for Khan being dirty, but come on, man.
For metaphorical purposes only, my friend. It wasn't for you to get into that. I don't want to get off topic. What I'm saying is Floyd was in a tough-ass fight. So it wasn't no masterpiece for him. And it wasn't for Khan either, because if it was, why did his face look that way? Why? Why was he running the entire night? Why did he get gassed out? Like, stop. But I'm going to get to some other callers, man. We got some alumni here. Back in the day, no intro for this dude because he's so inconsistent, but Robert the Genius, you're live.
Yeah, what's up, Max? What's up, everybody? What's good?
Chilling, brother.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
You broke up at the end, but yeah.
Yeah, we hear you. What's up, brother? Talk to us.
Yo, Ness, man. Yo, I don't know why I feel like a lot of the Khan hate from you, dude, is so unnecessary. Like, everyone counted this dude out, so he comes in, he wins. You know what I mean? You're mad at him for fighting backwards, but he dominated the dude. I mean, I had him winning like 10 rounds. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you want from this guy? You know, he executed a great game plan. It obviously worked. Collazo's a beast. He got fucked up. You know what I mean? You want him to fight like Brandon Rios, but that's not the type of fighter he is, and he's chinny. He'll get fucking killed fighting like that.
That's not what I want him to fight. I just want him to fight, right? I want him to land these shots that he's landing, and his opponents actually be like, oh shit, Khan just hit me. Let me regroup and think about what I should do next. Not let me, oh shit, Khan hit me or Mosquito hit me, because I'm going to just keep coming right at you like no fucking big deal. You're not doing anything to stop me. I'm coming right into your front door. That's why you're looking the way you're looking. That's why every fight is a tight fight. I mean, what the fuck don't y'all see? How is he dominant?
I don't think that Collazo was a tight fight, though. I think he railroaded him.
So why did his face look that way? What about that body language, Rob?
Yo, I mean, I hear you. He's in a fight. He's getting assaulted for 12 rounds. I'm not saying he's not taking damage, but, like, Ness, look at the scorecards. Like, if you were Khan's trainer, wouldn't you be popping champagne last night? Like,
listen, Lucas Matisse, right? Lucas Matisse and Molina was similar because Khan was dominant like Lucas Matisse was, landing all the shots, and Molina wasn't like Collazo was, right? But when Molina would land or when Collazo would land, you would see an effect. You would see an effect. But look at the difference between Matisse and Khan. Matisse is hitting Molina, and you know he's hitting him, and Molina knows he's being hit. You don't see Molina coming forward trying to maul down Matisse.
Are you comparing the... Oh, okay, Matisse. You said Molina, not Matisse. Were you bringing up examples of when Matisse was punching people and the effect it had on people?
Yes.
Versus Khan, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they're two different fighters. Matisse is a known puncher. You know what I mean? So you're picking one person and you're taking their best ability and comparing it against
what I'm saying is
someone else who's not a puncher. Like,
listen,
why
this is
are
what
you
I'm
doing
saying,
that?
Rob. This is what I'm saying, Rob. The last time that Khan looked dominant was versus Malignaggi, where his punches actually showed an effect, and Malignaggi started to show the effect of those punches. Not since then has anyone respected Khan's punching power. Maidana came out, took a body shot, got the fuck up, and almost killed Khan in the 10th round. And if it wasn't for Joe Cortez, that fight would have been stopped. Then Danny Garcia knocks him out. Then fucking Peterson beats him too.
He knocked out Zab Judah.
Zab Judah. Dude, come on, man. You're calling into the boxing voice. Everybody in the world knows that I think Zab Judah is a bum. Like, what are you talking about?
Yo,
this is your fucking comeback?
How come every person you bring up is a great example, but if someone brings up a different example, you're like, no, that example is garbage. You can't do that.
Your example is
you know
garbage because
what I mean?
who's Zab Judah beat,
like,
Rob?
come on, he got
Who's he
knocked out.
beat? Who's he beat for him to be a good example? Tell me, who the fuck has he beat? You ain't no genius because who's he beat?
Are you saying he's not top tier?
No, he's not fucking top tier. He has absolutely never been top
tier
in my eyes. A win over Corey Spinks does not make you top tier, my friend.
All right, but Dan Marino never got a Super Bowl ring, but are you saying he's not one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time?
Listen, this is the boxing voice. This is the boxing voice, not no fucking football show. Get the fuck out of here with your analogies and give me facts. Who has he beat? He ain't beat nobody.
Right
he lost to Paulie Malignaggi, for God's sakes.
I was at that
9-3. 9-3 with Danny, my friend. 9-3 with Danny. He lost to everybody. He lost to Floyd. He lost to Balderman.
He beat Maidana. He beat Maidana.
Zab Judah as your point of reference, Mr. Genius. As your point of reference, you use Zab Judah, and he lost to Balderman.
All right, yo,
man, you about to get the fucking
but Khan beat Maidana. Khan beat Maidana, who people are saying just beat Floyd. But that doesn't count, though, for some reason, I'm sure, right?
Good win. I'm telling you, good win. Good win. But he still got drug. He would have lost that fight if Joe Cortez wasn't ref in that fight. If it was Smoga, he would have lost in the 10th round. You know it. I know it. The world knows it. We all know it. That fight was it was another Lucien Boutte, Demetrius. What's his other name? This guy Andrade. What's the first name?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that fight was. So you sound like you ain't got no fucking ammo. We got a lot of callers to get to. 619, you're live on the boxing voice. Who's this? 619, you're live. Going once. Going twice.
And now, here's Vic.
What's up, fellas? Listening in. I'm guessing you guys scored it for Mayweather. Is that correct?
I sure did. 8-4.
Well, I had it for Maidana 7-5. I'm not gonna say robbery. I'm not gonna say this and that because it was a close fight. I don't mind Mayweather winning because they were close rounds. They were swing rounds. But I personally gave the edge to Maidana. I thought the judges, the first 6 rounds. I don't know how Maidana did not win the first half of the fight. On my scorecard, he won at 4-2.
We don't know.
If you guys think otherwise, then I guess. But from the outlook of those scorecards, Maidana had no shot to win on the cards.
What rounds did you give him? What rounds did you give Floyd Mayweather in the first 6 though? Because you said you had a 4-2.
I believe I gave him the 3rd and the 5th.
So I gave him the 2nd and the 3rd and then the 6th. But
I thought.
Okay.
I think that last flurry at the end stole it for some people, but I don't think he did enough in that round to win the 6th. I know he landed that big punch, but I don't think he did that much in that 6th round. I gave Maidana the last 2 rounds. I thought it was even at the end. I could see those 2 rounds going either way. So I don't mind a 7-5 scorecard either way. 8-4 might be a little generous to Floyd, but as I said, I don't think shortchanging Maidana and only giving him 3 rounds was pretty disrespectful by Nevada. And by the way, Nevada was atrocious this weekend, from the gloves to the referees. The referees were atrocious and despicable. I mean, it was just bad. I mean, Nevada looked shitty today. They looked shitty on Saturday. They looked shitty on Friday, especially letting Floyd get away with his glove gate. Maidana can't use the MX gloves. He's got to use power locks because Floyd doesn't feel a certain way about the gloves. Fucking bullshit. But that's what you got to do to appease the meal ticket. So, whatever. And Floyd, I thought Floyd did a good account for himself. I could have done with all the complaining, all the bitching, all the moaning, all the LeBron type of calls, looking at Kelly Bayless every time there was a clinch. And then after the fight, I thought Floyd Mayweather lost the fight. All he did at the press conference was complain about shit. I called Floyd a sore winner yesterday because that's what he was. He won the fight. But what are you bitching about? But that's my take on yesterday's fight.
I'm glad you brought up the referees, because shout out to Jay Nady for fucking up my Badu Jack pick and not stopping that fight when any other fighter would have been stopped in that fight.
Not Badu Jack, Jay Leon Love.
Jay Leon Love, not Badu Jack. Sorry, I was talking about Parabon anyway. Parabon should have won that shit by knockout.
Yo, Jay is a fucking cheater. I said that shit. He's in the fucking pocket, and this is what I'm saying for all you guys that think Mayweather lost. Don't forget, I mean, also in the Khan fight, that fucking ref in the Khan fight was, man, he wasn't shit.
Big Draculich?
Oh, they were terrible.
Man, Khan,
terrible.
That's what I'm saying. How do you think Khan is good if in every fight he's being deducted points for pushing the fight off because he can't take the fucking heat, man? But I'm sticking on Vic's topic. We got a lot of factual information to give out. So, you know, Floyd Mayweather clearly defeated Marcos Maidana 12-round majority decision. Mayweather landed 230 punches. Maidana landed 221 punches. Mayweather threw 426. Maidana threw 858. Mayweather's connect ratio was 54%. Maidana's was 26. Excuse me, I'm fucking this all up for y'all. So Mayweather got a cut on the 4th round. Remember that. He's never been in a fucking cut. And nobody's calling in to talk about how panicked this motherfucker was. This great TBE, he was scared shitless. James, wait till you shit this on TV. He didn't know what to do. Vic is absolutely right. This dude was bitching and moaning. He was a fucking sissy in the ring. Come on. And yes, fucking, I love everything that Chino did because that's how you're supposed to fight Mayweather. Why the fuck could he get away with putting an elbow in your throat or an elbow in your fucking bridge of your nose or anywhere? This fucking dude's a cheater too. So everything he was doing, Chino was doing it right back. He did not respect Mayweather. He didn't respect him. But the difference between Mayweather and Khan is when Mayweather would land, he would respect his ass. He would reset. He would charge back in because he had balls. He would come back in. He would find a way, whether it was behind a jab or not. He would find a way, but he had to reset. That shit never happened in Collazo. Let's see what we got here. I think, let me see if 619 is ready because there's so many. I don't want to just jump over you. 619, you ready now?
Oh, yeah, my bad. Sorry about that.
Talk to us, brother.
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, talk to us.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on the show. I'd like to thank Al Heyman for making this call possible, first of all. But seriously, honestly, okay, let me look at my scorecard. So I scored the bout twice, all right? And the first time I had it for Maidana, all right? There was a couple swing rounds. I believe that Floyd won the 2nd round. But I give it 7-5 to Chino, and the second time I scored it a draw. With that said, I'm not upset. I'm not mad or nothing like that that Floyd won because, like I said, there was a couple swing rounds in there, but to me it was too close. And either way, if Cena would have won by a small margin, it would have been fine. You know what I'm saying? You still would have had people complaining and all this shit or whatever, just like we all do. But I'm not upset about it. The only thing I think is ridiculous, the 117, 111, I think that's just ridiculous. I mean, I just don't see how you did that, because for me, okay, you saw Mayweather, he landed 9 more punches, but Cena landed goddamn near double the punch output. I feel like he controlled most of the fight. He was landing not like clean flush shots, but I mean just the aggression, the panic mode that you saw fucking Floyd. This is a Floyd I haven't seen and shit, and it's probably been since Castillo, maybe Cotto. He just looked real uncomfortable, and if you look at the end of the fight, you look like he lightweight was surprised that he won. Not like he looked nervous, let's put it that way. And just the fact that he was like bitching and moaning, throughout the fight for weeks. You know what I mean? It's not the first time he does that, but just, I don't know, he just looked antsy. And let's not forget, I haven't heard nobody mention this shit, but fuck, Floyd, he should have fucking got warned at least once for fucking holding like a motherfucker, man. I thought this was WWE. You know what I mean? But
well, Floyd did say it was a WWE fight, because apparently Maidana was the one doing all the dirty tactics, which again pissed me off so much. I mean, you won the fight, but yet you're bitching, and Maidana's there like, is this motherfucker still talking shit? And then the part about it that makes me upset was when someone talks shit to Floyd, he's like, oh, you from the Garcia camp, so you saying that, but you're never gonna get on this level. But then he cords his whole fucking team to get on stage. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Fuck you and the money team. Fuck you.
Vic, both times he was right. Both times it was a Team Garcia. When asked, it was a Team Garcia, and the other dude was from Buenos Aires, fucking Argentina. So
that's fine, but then they're gonna say hard work and then expect the whole crowd to say dedication. Get the fuck out of here. You don't want the other side to match out, but you want your fucking people to ride your cock on this fucking presser. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, that's exactly what he wants, and that's exactly who Schaefer's side.
And then all Maidana said was like, yo, just give me the rematch, bastard. That's all I want. You ain't hear Maidana say nothing. He ain't say nothing about no fucking elbows. He ain't saying nothing about shit about the gloves. He ain't say nothing.
Vic's
Come on,
speaking
man.
the truth tonight.
Floyd looked like the one who lost yesterday with all his complaints.
He definitely did. He showed that he was nervous, that's for sure. But, watching the fight, I scored it for Floyd both times. And
you know what?
Maidana. Yo, fucking Nelta talking about I ain't pick Maidana. You both was shocked when I picked Maidana. So I picked Maidana. Fuck is he talking about? Let me go to a caller here. 313, you're live on the boxing. Who's this?
Hello.
313, you're live.
Hello.
You know what struck me as interesting last night is that basically, I want to use a cliche term that Oscar De La Hoya kind of brings up, but there's now a blueprint to Floyd Mayweather to me. And I think that someone like Sean Porter, people are going to call in and talk shit. The way Sean Porter fought Paul Malignaggi, if he fights Floyd Mayweather the same way, he has a serious chance in that fight. Because I think he punches harder than Maidana.
Let me get to these callers, brothers. Let me get to these calls because there's so many people today, man.
I used to read Word Up magazine.
Did Dream buy drinks for everyone last night or what?
Shaking. Yo, y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, what's going on? I don't hear you guys. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, what's good, man? What y'all want to know, man? Fuck y'all niggas want to know. This is the mini shit. What y'all niggas want to know?
I think he thought we called him.
Are you gonna talk or not? Because we.
What y'all niggas want to know? Listen. Fuck, nah. Niggas want you answering all these niggas for fucking I don't know where. Niggas want to hear the dream. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. He just blessed me to be intelligent enough to break down boxing the way people like. Listen, Collazo beat the shit out of Khan. Khan beat the shit out of Collazo. I told y'all, Collazo old as hell. It's not that Khan is great or whatever. I picked Khan. He beat the shit out of Collazo. The Mayweather Maidana fight, I said I'm going to just watch that fight. I was very silent. Ganamos. We won. Maidana won the fight. 7-5, maybe a draw, but I don't see Floyd winning that fight. But hey, it is what it is. It's boxing. At the day you called Maidana a bum 2 years ago, and even if you scored a fight for Mayweather, you know he went life and death with him. So you know, the Mayweather is not what you guys thought he was. Never has been, never was, never will be. Got to be by a guy who's not even a top 10 pound for pound. He's maybe a top 10 welterweight, top 5 welterweight. And Manny in his prime versus Floyd, that's no match. That's no match. But that's all I got to say. Manny beat the shit out of him.
All right. Well, let's keep it moving down the line. I think, who's next? 803. 803, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
That was Steve in South Carolina, baby. What's happening?
What's going on, brother? Talk to us.
All right, check this out. I just want to run through my thoughts on the card, man. I'll just be real quick. I'm gonna start with Floyd's fight. What I got from the fighters, I got that them young boys like Sean Porter and Keith Thurman. I think them boys smell some blood in the water now, and I feel them boys itching to get that fight now. I see them boys in that crowd. I just could have sensed that feeling like, boy, if that was me, I would have did this or I would have did that. All right, with Amir Khan, and another thing, with the rematch with Floyd and Maidana, I think Floyd gonna shut him out that next fight. I'm gonna say shut him out. It's gonna be real convincing the next time. All right, Amir Khan. I think Amir Khan will be a good matchup with anybody at welterweight. I'm not saying he'll win. Either he gonna get knocked out or he might beat him. Like I would like to see him fight anybody at welterweight. Now, Adrian Broner, that was the disappointment of the night to me. I think he can't beat nobody at welterweight. No top fight at welterweight. No top fight at 140. He needs to fight people on that level right there who he fought, because that's how he fight. He like the showboy. He tried that junk against anyone. Them hungry boys. I call them them hungry boys with like Porter, Garcia, Thurman. Them hungry boys. Eat them for lunch, breakfast, dinner, spit them out, send them back to Al Heyman. Julian Love. He got heart. He got a sharp jab. He got heart, but he can't beat no tough fight at 168 either, because he got a suspect chin. And that's it.
Great call, my friend. Great call. He made some good fucking points, Joe, because total disappointment. Jalen Love, he lost that fight, Vic. He lost that fight. Nady robbed me of that call right there. And
but I told you, man, by hook or by crook, man, you kind of had the feeling that if you was a Mayweather fighter or if you was associated with Mayweather, you're good. You're good this weekend.
I want Broner versus Maidana. Broner versus Khan before Khan gets that fight. I want Khan to stay active. He hasn't fought in a year. And I know, like, if he's up for the run-ins of Mayweather, he may not want to fight again, not to get hurt or something like that. But I hope that's what they tell him. Like, yo, you got to fight this fight with Broner for the popularity, whatever you get Mayweather in September, because both of them dudes, that caller was right. I don't see who Broner could beat at 140 for real. He looked bad. Oh, my God. This is shame, man. This is shame.
This is similar to what we just talked about with Amir Khan, that although I had him winning basically every one of the rounds, I was still not impressed by any means. And at this point now, it's just like they failed to impress severely. But I do want to bring up the point that although that I believe, like I'm with you guys, that I think that the fight should have been stopped, the fight wasn't stopped. And I guess shout out to fucking Jay Leon for coming back, keeping his wits together, and outboxing that man for another 10 rounds. Because after that, he won every round after that.
It wasn't even like that. Listen, another guy that panicked under the cut was Petty Bang. Go back and watch that fight. This dude was scared as hell. That girl that they was boosting up on the Fox Sports 1 telecast, she had to tell him, like, yo, it's just a fucking cut. Do your thing. Like, this dude was fucking panicky as hell after that cut, and he couldn't perform. And he looked horrible. I seen him live. I don't think I went back and watched that fight, the Sakio Bika fight. Well, I did see the Badou Jack fight. Man, his body always looks like that. He looked like a wet piece of sliced bread, that motherfucker.
Yeah, I seen him in Vegas against I think Badou Jack. He looks similar like that all the time, I think.
Man, he got to get his shit together. He looked like a fucking wet paper bag, this motherfucker. Let me go to some callers here. 347, you're live on the Box of Voice. Who's this? And clearly you're going for somewhere in New York City.
Yo, what's good? What's good, fellas?
Who's this? Ben Umar?
What's good? Nah, it's Harlem Al. What's good with y'all?
Harlem Al. Damn, alumni for real. Where you been at, player?
Man, I've just been chilling, relaxing, listening to the show. I'd rather listen, man, because a lot of times you call in, getting in a beef. I don't want to get in no fucking internet beef with nobody, so just chilling.
Yeah, you know this the gladiator ring right here, man. Everybody goes to war.
Yeah.
Tell us how you see it, man. Give me your thoughts on this whole card top to bottom,
Well,
because I know
first
you're
of all,
not.
let's all, everybody that shitted on this card, everybody got to shut the fuck up, man. Sometimes you got to let fights happen. You got to let cards happen, man. All I was hearing last week was, oh, I'm not paying for this card. This card is bullshit. This is this. Oh, Bob said this. Bob is correct. They was circle jerking Bob. I'm like, what the fuck? Are we still gonna watch the fight, or we just gonna listen to what he said? That's another situation. Start with Jalen Love, garbage. Get his bum ass out of here. Next person, Andre Berto 2.0. Who was that? Broner. Fuck out of here. He's terrible. Like, that shit with him, like, doing all that, dancing and all that funny shit in the ring. I'm like, man, if this nigga don't get to kick rocks, get him the fuck out of here. Khan, garbage. Get him out of here. I don't want to see him no more. He was putting motherfucking Collazo in the headlock. The ref wasn't saying shit. He was doing all types of funny shit. I'm like, man, this dude, man. Somebody going to fucking make a mistake and punch him with their fucking pinky, and he's going to fall right the fuck out. Next fight, the Floyd Maidana fight, that was a good fight, man. I think a lot of people just was so surprised how Floyd just got hit, man. He got hit, man. All that, I fought this way, tried to get a fan, that was bullshit. He got hit. He got pressured. Pressure was applied. It was good pressure. It wasn't like he was just coming in. He was coming in with the jab, and whenever he got him on the ropes, he was just throwing punches. That's the way you gotta, that's the way you gotta fight Floyd. I had Floyd winning one round, you know what I'm saying? I mean, winning the fight up a round. If it was a draw, I'd have been happy. And mind you, I wanted Floyd to lose this fight because he aggravated the shit out of me. First the gloves, and then he bitching about some slide. Man, that shit was just too much, man. But overall, it was a good fight. I thought what's underrated was the body work from both Floyd and Maidana. Like, that body, like, the inside fighting was, like, everybody complaining all this holding, like, that inside fighting, I don't know if y'all seen, like, motherfuckers was hitting each other with uppercuts, left hooks to the body, all sneaking shit in, under the elbow, all types of shit. But, it is what it is. Another thing, man, Floyd getting old, man. He faced Thurman, I think he could beat. He faced Porter, that's going to be a motherfucking problem, because Porter can punch, and he's going to keep coming. He's getting old, man. When I saw the Cotto fight, I'm like, maybe he fought like that, but watching this fight, nah, that dude getting old, he's slipping. And them young boys going to eat him up, man. I hope he take the fight, but, knowing him, he's probably not going to take it, but it is what it is. I want to see the rematch. Let Maidana make him at least $3-4 million. Don't give him 1.5. The fuck you gonna give him 1.5 and give Khan 1.5 for fighting Collazo? And then you give Broner 1.25 for fighting motherfucking Molina. That shit was crazy, like. And also, Molina was getting in Broner's ass. If he had pop, he'd have laid Broner the fuck out. Like, he was hitting him with he was hitting him with the same right hands that Maidana was throwing. Like, some shit like Maidana pulled from his ass all the way to the sky and come down. He was throwing the same shit. I'm like, oh shit, this little motherfucker hitting him with this shit. I was just shaking my head, man. And then that dude's a fraud, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all, but keep up the good work, man. I love what y'all doing with the content and everything, man. And please, y'all gotta stop having people call up here with this racial shit, man. Like, let everybody call up, you know what I'm saying? And, the nigga shit, that's what we speak, we say it, but call everybody racial slurs and, the black, like, we gotta stop that because it's boxing. Boxing is racial already. We don't need to be adding no extra shit. And I ain't on no kumbaya shit, but come on, man. We gotta chill with this shit, especially towards the host. Y'all do y'all thing. Y'all do y'all thing. Y'all busting y'all ass. Y'all ain't gotta
be doing this for us. Like when I get up in the morning, I'm gonna be listening to the show again. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be looking at the site. So all this extra shit, man, you need to stop it. Y'all enjoy your night, fellas.
All right, Al.
Good call.
Great call. Great call. I agree with him on everything, man.
Yep.
And I also agree with him. Like, although I'd favor Thurman to beat Porter, but stylistically, Porter would have a better chance of beating Mayweather than Thurman would.
Dude, I'm glad you say that because I thought I was going to be the only one thinking that because as soon as I saw what he was doing, I was just like, damn, Porter's going to give this man issues.
All right, guys, so you already know the number 646-478-3068. We're talking Mayweather, Maidana, and we're live with the producer, Matt. Matt, what's going on, brother?
Nothing. Called in to eat some crow, I guess, even though I don't think it's just because, you know, I should have listened to you last week when you pointed out that Vic Draculich was the ref. That pretty much tells you all you needed to know in that fight because, you know, he let Khan get away with murder. The whole fucking fight, all he did was hold, put him in headlocks, push, and ran around throwing arm punches. You know, none of them was effective, but, you know, at the same time, I'm disappointed in Collazo because he sort of gave up. You could tell in his body language when the ref wasn't intervening, wasn't doing anything, that's when he started putting his hands down, and I think it just kind of broke his will, but with the right referee, yeah, definitely. I still would pick Collazo.
But
what do you guys
think? I think Khan did some good things. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't like the holding, man. It was too much for me.
To be fair, he gave a lot of people shit, just like I did. So he's got to officially eat his crow.
Absolutely, I'm eating my crow. I didn't think it would happen. And do I still want to see? Do I think Khan deserves a Mayweather fight after that performance? I don't. But he won. He did what he's supposed to do. The referee let him get away with the clinching. And, you know, any fighter, B-Hop, Ward, you know, even Mayweather, the ref gives you that leeway, you're going to take advantage of it. And that's what Khan did. You know, Draculich was terrible. But that's not the reason Collazo lost, even though it could have played a factor into why. But I just don't get what type of fight Collazo was trying to do. Collazo was with his hands down. And then, I don't know, then he switched it up to going to orthodox. He's got no pop from that side. I don't know, man. It just, I got to give Khan his props, man. Like, I wasn't that impressed, but, you know, he did things that Andre Ward did, you know, and coming from Virgil Hunter, kind of the same trainer, I can do without the clinching, though. Too much of it. Too much pushing, too much fucking holding behind the head and headlocking. But if Vic Draculich is going to let you get away with it, then guess what? This is boxing. You're going to get away with it. You're going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, but Vic, I just don't want guys to call in saying that he looked fabulous when he's still resorting to that. Like, that shit is whack, man. It just is whack, man. Like, he did what he did. He won the fight. And like I said, he made some improvements. And credit to him. And he looked fucking huge, dude. That dude was jacked. His fucking back was crazy, and his chest was insane. And then for the first half of the fight, he had a lot of stamina, but he still has the same problems. The stamina issues and that fucking chin is trash, dude. It's trash, man.
It's trash, but I only seen him in trouble one time yesterday, so.
You didn't see him in trouble?
I only seen him in trouble, like, really hurt one time. Was that one time, I think it was 8th or 9th round.
But that's the point. Every fight, he's hurt. Every fight, he's running. Like, he's always in jeopardy, this guy. Matt, are you all finished up, or you want to touch on anything else?
No, that's really it. I'm glad Maidana made it the fight that he did. I had it for Floyd by 2 rounds, but you know, like everybody else, there were some swing rounds in there, so I could see it either way. But I'm glad it was close because now, you know, hopefully that stops us from having to see Mayweather Khan, and hopefully they do the rematch. But that's all I got.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe that Mayweather will do the rematch. I mean, he did the Castillo one, and he's taking some heat for this shit, and he's going to continue to take some heat. We got a shitload of calls. We're going to continue going down the line. 773, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
This is Santana from Chicago.
Santana, what's good, man? Talk to us.
What's up? You know, I watched the fight twice, and I only gave Maidana 3 rounds. I gave him the first round, the 4th, and the 5th. And
after
the 5th round, you know, Mayweather was on cruise control. He took over the fight, And I felt like he wanted to make it an exciting fight because he ain't got nobody to fight in September. So, you know.
Yo, guys are funny that's calling in with this. He made an exciting fight. Dude, he was getting bowled into the fight. Yo, he was getting hit.
Let me ask you guys something. He wanted to make an exciting fight. He wanted to take punishment. But wasn't he on Friday saying dudes die from, these glove situations, you could die in this game. So you telling me he wanted to take punishment? Come on, man. Come on, man. He didn't want to take punishment. Maidana forced him to fight that fight. He didn't take no punishment?
No punishment. He broke a rib, man. Maidana was killing that body.
Half of the punches Maidana was swinging was like missing and stuff, hitting him on the shoulders and stuff like that, but he really didn't take no punishment.
You ain't lying, but he did take a lot of punishment to that body. Best believe.
He got hit in the body. He got hit to the body.
He even said in the press conference that he was going to go get a massage.
Yeah, well, I think in a rematch he's gonna blow him out. He's gonna stop him.
Man, maybe not, man. You ain't even think it would look.
And I feel like y'all don't. And I feel like y'all don't give Amir Khan the credit he deserves. Like nobody's seen him dropping Louis Collazo down 3 times. Like I picked Amir Khan.
See, I picked Khan too.
I give him credit for that, though. I give him credit for that. That speed was a factor, definitely a factor.
Yo,
I don't know. I feel like everyone's so high on Collazo right now. When again, what did he do? He blew out a washed-up Victor Ortiz, and what else did he do other than that? He wasn't even on our TV. He was a showcase fight for Victor Ortiz. He upsets the apple card. Now he shits the bed against fucking Amir Khan, and I don't even know what he was doing. He was dropping his hands, sitting on the ropes like a fucking Terminator, trying to act like nothing was happening to him. Like, I can't give Khan credit for dominating Collazo because I don't think Collazo was that good to begin with, but I also can't take away credit because he won. At the same time, I personally don't think that Khan looked impressive, and that's what I need to know. If he won that fight, now I got to look forward to the rest of the division. I'm picking him against him basically, unless he fights Devin Alexander.
Hey, Santana.
Yo, what's up?
Based on everything you know about Amir Khan, if that was your boy and y'all was walking down the street and you got into it and you was about to get jumped, is he sticking around or is he bolting? Is he doing the Usain Bolt?
You said what? I ain't hear you.
Is he doing the Usain Bolt or whatever that dude's name is? Is he running? I'm asking you. If Khan was your man,
he fighting.
If Khan was your man, he was down walking down the street with you, and y'all got into some shit with some other dudes, is he gonna stand there and fight based on what you see in this
he fight. He call the best people out. Like he fought Maidana. He fighting the best people. He fought Lamar Peterson, Danny Garcia. He don't duck or dodge no fighter.
Ness, it depends actually. That's a trick question because if the wind was blowing, he'd have been knocked out before the fight got started.
I gotta give Khan credit though. He'll fight whoever though. You gotta give him that much credit.
I give him heart. That's exactly what he relies on. Every time he's ever, other than British Prescott, I mean, he relied on heart to survive another round and a half versus Danny Garcia. I mean, then he did it with Maidana. I mean, the dude, like you said, he calls out everyone. But at the same time, it's not heart, and it's not. You know what? His biggest issue is that he can't train what he's lacking, and what he's lacking is punch ability or punch stamina and his chin. You can't train that.
Man, listen, when is he going to look good?
Yep.
I mean,
It's always, yep.
Houston fight, which whether you thought he won or lost, he didn't look good because it was a back and forth fight. They both looked good. It wasn't Khan being dominant. Then you had the Danny Garcia knockout. You had the bullshit with Molina where he still didn't look good. And with Diaz, he looked bad by going down. And in this fight, again, how are you dominating, but you're the one running away?
Exactly.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Where's the love you guys give this fucking guy? It's crazy. Santana, I'm going to let you go. I got a bunch of other callers. Looks like somebody else from the Shy. 773, you're live on the Boxer Voice. Who's this?
Yo, what's good, man? It's me, Tone.
Tone, hey, what up? Damn,
hey,
Tony,
what's good,
where
man?
you been at, man?
Hey, huh?
Where you been at?
Hello. I be calling, man, but you be keeping me on hold for like an hour, man. Shit.
Hey, man, yo, thanks to guys like you, the show got big, man. I got to give everybody the same love, player.
Right. I feel you. Hey, but, okay, for the Floyd fight, I had it 7-5 Floyd. I had Maidana win. I'm like Vic. I had it 4-2 the first 6 rounds, except I had the first 3 rounds a clean sweep for Maidana. Aside from that, after that, I think Maidana was effective. It wasn't really effective he was aggressive the whole fight, but I think that it wasn't as effective as the first half of the fight. And a lot of those punches that looked like he was doing work, they weren't connecting solid. And I think Floyd just was landing more cleaner shots. And also, the only other thing I want to say is, as far as Amir Khan, I'm an Amir Khan hater, and I'm just going to admit it to everybody in America and throughout the world who's listening. He won the fight. I'll give him credit for that. But I tweeted James and Vic last night talking about I did not want to see him fight Floyd because of his arrogance. That dude is so fucking arrogant. Did you hear that guy in his post game? I mean, in his post fight when he was talking about like that he said he wanted to be an opponent for Floyd in September, right? But he said because of Ramadan, and I respect that. That's his religion, whatever. Because of Ramadan, he wouldn't be able to fight in September. So he said, okay, maybe Floyd will just push it back. We'll just push it back to November then. This fucking dude got fucking balls. This dude is so fucking arrogant. Like, who the fuck is Amir Khan? Everybody and their mama in the world knows that Floyd fights on Cinco de Mayo and the September Mexican independence. Who the fuck does Amir Khan think he is that Floyd's going to push his September date back just for his pussy ass? You know what I'm saying? Bullshit. Like I said, I give him props. He won, although he held the whole fucking fight. He won. He was doing the classic Angel Garcia, jab, jab, out, jab, jab, out, jab, jab, out, where Angel Garcia be talking about. And that's all he did. Other than that, I don't want to pay $75 to watch a glorified amateur fucking bout, because that's what that would turn out to be. Come on, man. And that's really all I got to say. I love you guys. Peace out, man. You guys are still the best internet boxing channel. All right.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, Tone.
I agree with him. I don't think Floyd's going to move his date for Amir Khan, especially in November when probably Canelo's going to fight in November. Should he get past Laura, he'll probably fight somebody else. But, yeah, I get it. And Amir Khan was talking hella shit, saying that he wasn't going to get laid out on the MGM grand floor like Ricky Hatton did. Like, why are you even bringing up Ricky Hatton, man? Ricky Hatton, for what he was, that motherfucker was a draw. And he brought people across the pond to watch him fight here. So, I agree with what Tony was talking about.
All right, let's keep it into these streets, man. So many callers. We got to definitely go on drive-by mode, but this is alumni caller, so I'm sure he's going to need some time.
Best intro in the business.
Hello, mister.
Oh, shit, that's not Mali Bangwe.
Ah, come on.
I'm cool with the music, though.
Hey, man. Jeez, man. It's better than nothing. What can I say?
Jose,
hey,
why you never
I'll
told me? Jose, why you never told me you was upset with the lack of introduction that you had? Like, I wouldn't have catered to you. Instead, you want to smear my name
man.
through social media as if I'm some monster. How dare you?
I figure your panel's all hurting because I've taken everyone's money, so you guys are all just mad and jealous.
You're not taking my money yet, though. We're still cool.
No, I can't. No, Vic's my man. I can't take money away from him, man. He's too nice of a guy. Anyway, let me get to this quickly here, guys. I think Broner's like Canelo, man. He won't be appreciated till a couple of years out, till he has to prove to every single person how good he really is. And you know what? That's just what makes me great, man. I'm able to see this shit years in advance. So I'm calling Broner to be a pound for pound again. I know people are going to laugh and give me shit for it, but that's the way it's going to be, man. From there, you're talking about Khan, being a bum. So your stance on Khan hasn't changed. But why don't you admit Collazo's a bum then? Like, flat out just say Collazo's a fucking bum. So that way we can just move on from the topic and know that you're not going to change your mind about Khan. But at least admit that about Collazo, because you weren't saying that last week, right?
Saying what, man? I'm telling you that Khan did everything right except look dominant. Like, he still looked like he was the fucking hound. I mean, the geese being chased by the hound after someone shot him. He still looked like a wounded animal. He didn't look like a dominant fighter.
Yeah, but if he got beat up if Collazo got knocked down 3 times by a feather-fisted fighter, as you say, a guy that could get, blown over by the wind, therefore Collazo's a bum, right? Does that not make sense?
If you want to call him a bum, let's call him a bum. The fact doesn't change that Amir Khan has not changed. He's the same Amir Khan.
All right, regardless, I guess I got something out of you, I guess. Then from there, I had Floyd Mayweather winning 7-5 as well. I think a lot of people are just going to hate on Floyd, man. I personally am not a Flomo, but I think he put on a clinic, man. He stepped up when he needed to the most. All Maidana had to do was win 2 of the last 6 rounds, and he could have won that fight. And he couldn't do it, man. I think a lot of that falls on Garcia. He could have come up with a strategy that could have allowed him to do something a little bit different to try to win those rounds. But Floyd showed his just his level of greatness, man, and he beat him. I don't really think that this fight deserves a rematch, to be honest. I want to see Maidana step in the ring with Broner and give Broner a chance to avenge his loss. What I want to see, man, is Mayweather against Martinez. I know there's a weight difference and everything else, but I think Sergio's the only guy with enough boxing IQ to actually fight with Mayweather, man. And that's it, man. Other than that, love hearing the show, boys, and I'll just listen to you guys. Take it easy.
All right. Let's see. Where the fuck is this guy at? Robert Ortiz, talk to us. Robert Ortiz is about to go live on stage, and he wants to get it off his chest. Talk to me, Robert.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go against what Jose just said as far as Sergio. I think the reason why Maidana had success is because the IQ wasn't so high. It's because he was just a fucking wrecking ball, man. That's unpredictable. When you get a fighter like Sergio who's fairly technically sound, even though he is a little unorthodox, still, like, he might be a little weird, but Floyd can figure him out, but the difference there will be the size, and that's why I wanted to see that fight. But Maidana's awkwardness is what gave him the problems, man. And as far as the scoring, for all of you if he may not, I told you, me and Ness, I stayed at his house last night. It was an honor to watch a fight with him. He was high as a kite, so all his opinions are null and void. But we did watch
the bus, bro.
And he was only a little bit high, so his opinion was better. But I gave it 7-5 to Floyd. It was a good fight. I can't believe Chino was the one to give him that many problems, man. I could see the possibility of what happened. I could see it happening, but I didn't think it would. And damn, that was a good fight, man. For all its dirtiness and shit, it was a good fight. I want to see it again. So there's a clean winner. I think you could argue 7-5 either way. I think Maidana won 4 clear rounds. I think Mayweather won maybe 5 clear rounds, and then the rest were up for grabs, and that's where people differentiated. What's the overall feeling of everyone right now that's called in? Is everyone feeling Maidana? Because I haven't been listening. Are they feeling Maidana or Floyd?
It's split.
It's been more Floyd than Maidana, but Vic felt Maidana won. Just so you know, he had 7-5 Maidana.
I did.
Which is possible. I could see that. I don't completely disagree with that. I can understand it. I marked the swing rounds, and there was about 4 of them, 3 or 4. And I don't have it in front of me now. Man. But yeah, so I could see that happening, man. I like the fight. I think it opens the door to so much. Like Maidana's options are endless right now. He can take that Floyd rematch, maybe make a little more money than the fucking joke they offered him. He can get a Khan rematch, which would be great, which at that point I think, he makes Khan's chin sound like fucking Stone Cold, his intro. So you can do that. You can get the Broner rematch, and then you can call out other names like Thurman or whoever. He doesn't have to because those are probably less money, but he's got a world of possibility. But as far as Floyd, his credibility is tainted. He can only go after that Maidana rematch. That's the only thing he can do right now, especially with a guy like him who's like Broner, who's more of the arrogant, cocky type and sells himself on his shit-talking. He can't really shit-talk as greatly as he once could. So they got to do it again, man. And I can't wait to see it. I think it'll be a good fight again. I think it'll look a lot like this, but Mayweather probably has him a bit figured out. So I picked Floyd to win a little more comfortably in a rematch, but I think it'll still be good. And as far as Khan, that fool's a bum. He learned a few new tricks. It was cool. I predicted Khan would win. I think James predicted it too. Collazo's a fucking super bum. So I wasn't impressed with the Ortiz win. I didn't give it much merit. I was thinking, yeah, he could land the shot, but it ain't going to happen, and it didn't, and that's cool. And then the super-duper bum is Adrian Broner. Man, I can't believe that dude was a fraud. I thought he was okay at lightweight, but damn, he really is a fraud. And that's,
I like Robert's call today.
I'm done. I'm good now. Got it off my chest.
Yo, great fucking call. Let's keep it going down the line here. Who we got? 614. You're live, and you've been on so long for hold. I'm so sorry, but where you calling from?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
What's up, brother? Well, who's this? Where you calling from?
My name is Mario. I'm calling from Columbus, Ohio. How are you?
We're good, man. Good to hear you Ohio cats calling in, brother.
Yeah, I saw the fight. Well, first of all, I just want to let you know I'm a boxing judge, local boxing judge. I got the fight for Mayweather. He won, I believe. I think I had him 2 rounds up. The issue for me was not so much so the score. You know, I think for me, I think most people feel that Mayweather won. It was the scores themselves from the judges. I understand, you know, when you're sitting ringside right up on of that apron, you have a different angle. It's completely different from watching it from TV or watching it, you know, from ringside, you know, 10, 20 feet away. It really is. One of the things that was a very good indicator of the fight itself was after the fight. You can see Mayweather and his team. None of them were smiling. None of them were celebrating. He kind of climbed up on the rope and kind of had a smile on his face, but you can see the smile was kind of half-assed. You know, when these guys are fighting, they know what they see. They know exactly what they see. So they knew it was a close fight. You know, and I feel that, you know, Maidana deserves a rematch. You know, he could have been blown out in the rematch. We don't know that. Obviously, at this fight, we don't know that it was going to happen this way either. So most people were wrong. You know, some people were correct, but I think majority of the people were wrong. So, you know, to say, hey, you know, if he fights Mayweather again, that he will be blown out. Well, we don't know that. I don't know that. And, you know, again, when you're judging a round, in my humble opinion, I divide the round in 1-minute increments in my head. So, okay, who won the first minute? Who won the second minute? Who won the third minute? And, you know, a lot of people kind of, you know, we see what we see, and I can respect that in terms of, but, you know, have a template at least of how you judge a fight. So, you know, again, the fans' opinion is very important because they're the one watching, they're the one paying. So, you know, I just want to put my 2 cents in, and, you know, I do enjoy your show, and thank you very much for taking my call.
That's your on mute, brother.
Well, can I ask you a question, caller? I mean, you're a judge. I mean, when you're working with 2 other guys, I mean, how does that work for you guys? Obviously, you know, you guys are in separate corners of the ring. How could you see a fight so differently? Is it the angle? What is it?
It's the angle where the action is happening at certain times of the fight, at certain times in the round. Also, like the way we do it in Ohio is we have a card for each round. So after the round, I put my score in there and I give it to the referee. Unless I am writing down my score on a piece of paper, which you can do, which I don't. I don't do that. Which you can do is you can write, obviously you keep tab on the scores. You can do that as a judge. But I don't because I wanted to judge it the way I see it at that moment. Now, I could be wrong in terms of what I'm seeing. I'm not always right, you know, but, you know, I do my best to see what I see and interpret it. There were some spots in the fight where, you know, there were some swing rounds that I gave it to Maidana. Just for the fact that, they were saying, well, he's throwing a lot of punches, but he was missing. Okay, I get it. But Mayweather was not countering either. He would stand on the rope, block, defend himself. But it might not be causing any damage at that point. That's fine. But Mayweather was not causing damage to Maidana either. So, and you have that situation, you have spots in the fight that was like that. And then if you put the whole round together, the first minute, second minute, and third minute, and you're looking at that, you said, okay, well, you know what? Maidana, 3/4 of the round, was throwing shots and doing work. And Mayweather's not blocking or, trying to catch his breath or whatever he's doing. And he would have one or two punches, thrown in the last half of the last third of the round. You cannot nullify what Maidana did in the first 2/3 of the round. So that's how I see it as a judge. That's how I look at it. So when people are looking at the fight, well, Floyd was clearly landing a lot of clean shots in terms of, especially when he turned it on. I gave the last 2 rounds to Floyd. I know that I gave the second round, I gave it to Floyd. And other than that, I think I got the first, the third, the fourth, the fifth, maybe the 6th or so the 8th or something like that for Maidana. So by the time 10th round was over, I had it 5-5, 5 rounds each. So to me, when I was watching the fight, the defining time for me was the 11th and the 12th round. Watching that fight on those 2 rounds, Floyd clearly turned it on. Maidana didn't really do a whole lot. Floyd was backing up a little bit, but he was throwing shots. Maidana had a hard time getting off. He was like a little gassed out. But Floyd did enough for me, in my eyes, to win those last 2 rounds.
Definitely thank you for calling in, brother. I know you waited on hold so long patiently, but we got a lot of other calls we got to get to here. Great call. Good to see that we got judges listening to the show. Thank you for your support. 209, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this? Where you calling from?
Yo, this is Chava, Cali.
Talk to us, brother. How'd you see this fight card?
Yo, man, I just want to give a shout out to Maidana for throwing those fucking hammers for 12 rounds, man. That's easier said than done. Everyone's always saying they gotta make the fight ugly. There ain't no blueprint to beat Floyd Mayweather. It's just you gotta make it ugly. He's the first man that I seen even try to attempt it. I thought Guerrero was going to do it, but this man was doing elbows, knees, everything, and that's what you got to do to beat the man. So I had to fight Mayweather winning 8-4, man. A lot of close rounds, going back and forth. But my question to you guys is, we always say, the close rounds, they could have went either way. With that being said, if it's a close round and they could go either way, I gave all the close rounds to Mayweather because I thought he earthed them out. So what's this big war of that one card was 117 to 111? You guys tell me. I don't get that.
I don't either. And that one judge had, I think Mayweather 4-2 in the first 6 rounds, which I thought Maidana clearly won the first half of the fight.
I gave Mayweather round 2. I think 3 or 4. One of those 2. I just thought Mayweather was clean. Was hitting with the clean shots. Anyway, I was on Twitter. And I just seen all these cats just say, all of a sudden how Mayweather's old now. Man, didn't the same thing happen after Cotto and after Guerrero and Canelo? You didn't hear one thing about Mayweather being old. It just, every time Mayweather's in some type of competitive fight, automatically he's old. And we know he's old. He's 37. But I don't think it happened overnight on this fight. I just think that he was in a dogfight. That's all.
Absolutely. 209, man, thank you for calling in, brother. If you haven't done so already, remember to definitely...
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
We got another caller from 209. You're live. Who's this? 209, you're live. Come on, brother. You've been on hold for a while. I don't want to mess you over and skip over you, brother. 209, you're live. You killed me. 707, you're live.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's going on, brother? Who's this? Where you calling from?
Actually, I'm a female, but what's up, Ness? I'm calling from Vallejo, DB, California. So anyway, I listen to you guys all the time, but it's my first time calling, and I just wanted to talk about the fight last night. I had it scored 8-4 for Mayweather. I agree with the last caller. It was a dog fight, a tough, aggressive fight, but I thought Mayweather controlled. I thought he had the sharper punches. I was listening to Vic, his analysis of the fight, and he said he had the first 6 rounds for Maidana. I don't know what the hell he was watching. I don't know where he was watching it, but that's crazy to have 1 through 6 for
No,
Maidana.
I said he won the first half of the fight. Which means I gave him 4-2. Maidana.
Okay, I thought you said that you scored the first 6 rounds for Maidana, and also
I didn't.
Complaining about the ref. He said it was Kenny Bayless. So that's why I'm like, man, what the hell was you watching? That wasn't the ref. But moving on, I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch. Floyd definitely got tested, but at the end of the day, the right guy won. As far as Amir Khan, I'm not an Amir Khan fan at all, but I give Amir props for not pacing the canvas. Because usually the boy gets dropped at least one time in his fight. So, maybe you guys not thrilled with his performance, but for Amir to knock someone down and him not get knocked down, I thought he did. I thought he was beasting. In the fight.
Hey, what's your name again, brother?
Excuse me?
What's your name again?
My name is DB.
DB, this your first time calling in, right?
Yep, but I listen all the time. I listen to y'all every Sunday and when y'all on Thursday, yeah.
Hey, you need to call in more often, brother. You got some good knowledge there, brother. You need to continue to call in.
No, that's a female, and that's a female.
I'm a female.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
A female.
That's a sister, Ness.
I got a unisex.
Hey, that's even better then, because man, it's tough to find knowledgeable female boxing fans, man. So that's official.
Yeah, I love boxing. I've been watching for a long time. And as far as Jedion Love is concerned, look, he's a young cat. He'll get better. I like the fact that he got tested and he was able to come back strong because he was gone. But he came back that next round like that shit didn't even phase him. So I like how he regrouped. I like how he came out and poured that fight out. And as far as AB is concerned, I'm an AB fan. I just want him to get better. He's still young. Improve the footwork, improve the head movement, throw a little bit more punches. I was glad he was throwing some combinations. You know what I mean? But I just see Adrian Broner getting better. He's still young, but he got some talent. But stay away from 147 because that power ain't there. Not yet. 140, he'll be okay. So I'm gonna keep listening to y'all. I love the show. I usually fall asleep late night to y'all. I just had shit playing on my computer. So anyway, big ups to the boxing voice.
I hope you drop us a 5-star review, man, and thank you for calling in. You should definitely continue to do so. 443, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on, brother? Where you calling from? And who's this?
It's Duke Baltimore. I'm calling from Baltimore, babe. Be more in the building. And, I've been listening to the show quite a while. This is my first time calling in, right? But my assessments of this fight, man, Mayweather 8-4. I agree with the last few callers, man. But I don't think he really get enough credit, man. He had a tough fight, man. I think every great fighter at this level throughout the years get tested, man. And I don't really have a whole lot to say. I just wanted to, just give the way I seen the fight. I seen it 8-4 though. Maidana, he threw a lot, missed a lot. He did make it a tough, rugged, ugly fight. But all great fighters, like I said, get tested at the level. Ray Robinson, from what I seen, he lost to flat-footed, brawling, rugged guy like Jake LaMotta. Ray Leonard, he lost to a flat-footed, but it was a good fight, as long as it lasted for. That was with Duran. So the point I'm trying to make is most of these guys, right, when they reach a certain level and at the age that he is at right now, they always get tested. So I think he did what he had to do to win. He's him and he's on video game characters. stats don't win don't win. Stats don't fight for you, if you understand what I'm saying. So just because this guy has more potential, this dude resume look better, like we always say, styles make fights, man. And I'm gonna just end it on that note. I like what you guys do. Keep up the good work. This show is definitely a voice for the people, and I just continue to keep listening.
Well, thank you very much, brother, and I hope you guys head on over to iTunes and drop us a review. We've been stuck at 253 for far too fucking long.
Yeah, it's real quick. I want to shout out someone in the YouTube chat. I want Kareem Mayfield to call in and explain himself. He says, I'm on Floyd Mayweather's payroll. I don't know shit about boxing, and Chino dominated many rounds, and Floyd didn't dominate any of them. So he needs to call in and explain himself instead of talking shit in the chat.
Well, there you go. And in case you don't know the fucking number, 646-478-3068. Don't be a little chicken shit behind your fucking computer.
That's how these pussies are, man. They love to run their little mouths behind this thing, and then all of a sudden, this is exactly what they do. This is trolling shit.
What pissed you off, James?
No one pissed me off, but if you're going to troll, be a man. I want to hear your voice. Be a man.
I'm just saying. We get in front of this computer every fucking two times a week. Our faces here, we here, and every time we say something, we gotta eat our crow. People gotta do the same. 312, thank you for holding so fucking long. You've been there forever. So let us know who's this. Where you calling from? And fix your background noise.
Hello?
Yeah, 312. Who's this? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, man? Is this King J? I called before.
What's up, King J? Talk to us.
Man, first, let's just run through the first fight because that shit is garbage. Fucking Love is trash. If he was not with TMT, this motherfucker wouldn't even be on TV. This motherfucker's trash. This Broner shit, I feel like he's just getting exposed more after every fight, man. He was trash to me the first 5 rounds. This motherfucker kept catching him. If he had any little bit of power, he would have dropped Broner. He kept touching his ass. He kept touching him. And for him to act tough after this fight, talking about Mexicans and that shit, like, dude, you look ridiculous, man. I feel like they're starting to troll this motherfucker. Like, they had to drop you down to 140 because you couldn't do shit at 147. They gave you an easy fight, and you still didn't look good.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know what the fuck is going on with him, man. Like, and as far as this Collazo and Amir Khan, man, I don't know what Collazo just lost his fight, man, because he went in there with 0 fucking game plan. This motherfucker did not have a game plan. He just went in there. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, but Amir Khan was just going in there, landing 1-2, getting out. When he was getting close, he'd clinch him. He did a lot of clinching, man, but, I mean, you're a pro boxer, man. You got to adjust to this, man. He didn't have a game plan, man. He was fighting this motherfucker with his hands down for 4 rounds. That was easy shots for Amir Khan. That's easy shots. You don't got no power to be doing this Roy Jones shit. Fuck is you think you're doing? I mean, that shit was horrible, man. That shit was horrible. I don't give no fuck how bad the ref was, man. You got to have some type of response, man. You seen Maidana getting in on Mayweather? You're going to throw some elbows. I got some shit for you, too. You know, you got to respond with something, man. You can't be dropping your hands like you some sort of slick, fast-ass boxer with power in both hands. You're going to get your ass whooped, man. Amir Khan is not the best fighter, but he gave an ass whooping to Collazo. He made Collazo look like a fucking bum. You go in there with a game plan, that's what you're going to look like in 12 rounds.
Yo, everybody's calling Collazo a bum. Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? And on this Maidana shit, this is what happened right here, man. Maidana, I mean, on the other boxing shows, I said it, man. Maidana was gonna go in that fight. You could tell this man he don't give no fuck if he wins by knockout, 12 rounds. He don't give a fuck about the money, about the cameras. He was going in that fight like, Mayweather, you can do all this shit, like, we're in the ring now. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to really knock me out because I'm gonna come in here and not respect you. And that's what's been happening with every fighter that fights Mayweather. They lose the mental fight before they get in the ring. So once they get in there, oh shit, I'm up against the great Mayweather. Maidana was not going for none of that shit. None of that shit. He was going after him round after round after round. I still had him losing 7-5, even though I thought 2 of those rounds could have been swing rounds, like Vic said. You know, they could have been swing rounds, but I gave Mayweather those rounds because he landed a little more clean shots in the rounds. But, man, that was a good-ass fight, man, and I think I don't know if I really want to see a rematch, but if it happens, he deserved it. this Amir Khan Mayweather shit. This shit's got to stop, man. That shit is a horrible fucking fight, man. And man, that's pretty much all I gotta say, man. Big ups to Maidana, man. Everybody doubted him. He fucking came through and put a fucking great performance, and he still didn't give no fuck after the fight. In that interview, he was still talking shit. This man got balls.
King J, that has to go down as one of your best calls ever, my friend. Thank you for calling in. If you haven't done so, fucking get them iTunes reviews up. 443, I think this is Wood. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, y'all? Hey, man, that fight could have went either way, man. I thought Mayweather was going to whip his ass, but that fight could have went. That fight could have went either way. You know, it all depends on what you like. Mm-hmm. If you like a motherfucker coming forward, and you like a motherfucker pushing the fight, throwing a lot of punches, then you gonna say Maidana won. If you like the shit Mayweather talk, that TBE shit, he the greatest of all times, and if you like Mayweather, you gonna say this nigga won 8-4. You gonna say Mayweather did this. You gonna give Mayweather rounds when he not even doing shit. Mayweather can just be looking at you and shit. Oh yeah, he won that round. Mayweather don't gotta do nothing. His nigga never. I see everybody got cheated before this. They never going to give this nigga a draw. They never going to do shit to this nigga, man. This nigga get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't dislike the shit. It was a good fucking fight, but you know, man, that shit could have went either motherfucking way, man. Mayweather did do shit. How can you give Mayweather fucking rounds when the nigga ain't doing hardly shit? Sometimes he not doing shit. And they be like, yeah, maybe one. He might hit you one motherfucking time, and you might swing at him 50 times, hit this nigga on his elbows, hit this nigga in the stomach, push this nigga back. What Maidana got to kill this motherfucker to get him fucking victory. You gotta knock him out. If Maidana don't knock him out, he ain't gonna win. And that's the fucking truth. If Maidana don't knock Mayweather out, even if they fight a rematch, he not going to win. That's the truth. Because nobody never going to really say, shit, you know, Mayweather got too many. You know, he got all these dumb motherfuckers talking about TBE, all this dumb shit. The nigga he was getting his ass whipped. He talked like a bitch. He was in that press conference talking like a dirty bitch. And all his fans are bitches. And I'm going to talk about Khan. Collazo didn't have a plan because Khan was hitting him in his motherfucking face. Hello?
No, yeah, you were giving you.
He was hitting him in his face. He had a plan until he got hit in his fucking face. And then when he got punched in his face, his plan got changed. When he got punched in his face, then he started dropping his hands. That's what Mike Tyson said. Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face. When Khan punched this nigga in his face, his plans changed. And then he started doing stupid shit because he got punched in his face, and that's the fucking truth. I like to sit up here and talk shit about Khan too. If Collazo would have dropped this motherfucker 3 times, people be talking hell of a shit about Khan. I'm just trying to call this shit how I fucking see it, man. Khan dropped it. What else do you want Khan to knock this nigga out cold? Then you gonna give him credit? He beat this motherfucker up, dropped him, and you still saying he looked like shit. What the fuck he gotta do? He got killed. He got chopped his motherfucking head off, and you still say he looked like a bitch. What the fuck?
So
Jesus
he wasn't.
Fucking
So
Christ,
he ain't
man.
look. He ain't look fucking like he was running the whole night.
That's how this nigga fight. He always fight jittery like that. After he got knocked, hey, Nestor, you got knocked out a couple times. Your ass would be jittery too.
Man,
He in a fucking fight. How you expect this nigga to look, man? But he's still doing
I
his
expect
thing.
him not to be in a fucking slug fight every fight, not to look like one punch away from getting dropped, not to look like not to get drunk every fight.
You think a fight gonna go? How you fucking think the fight gonna go perfect, Ness? How the fuck?
Every fight he's in, Wood, every fight he's in, he gets drunk. Every fight somebody punches.
That's why they call it a fight. That's why they call it. It's a fucking fight. Anything can happen in the fight.
I don't like my fighters that
got
vulnerable.
the best of that
I don't
fucking
like my
fight.
fighters that vulnerable. I don't like that.
But
Timothy
if
Bradley
he
only
punch,
showed us that shit one time.
if he punch, I bet you any amount of money. If he punched any of these other motherfuckers in the face, he may change their game plan too. Because people was picking Collazo to win. Oh, Collazo gonna go and knock him out. Now when he start fucking him with that fist,
He started fucking him with that fist. Now people want to say they want to start trying to find some other shit that he didn't do right. Come on, man, just call it like you see. He won that one, and just go to the next one. When a nigga beat him up and knock him out, that's when I'ma call in here and talk shit about him. I'ma give the man credit, man, because that's the hard thing to do, get in that ring and fucking box. And he did a good job, man. You can't fight 12 rounds and be perfect. He caught him a couple of times. He walked him down. He figured like this. I got fucked up. I got fucked in my face with this motherfucker fist. I'm just going to try to walk him down and get him tied. And that shit didn't work. That shit got him dropped 2 more motherfucking times.
Yo,
Wood. No, hold on. Let me burn on real quick.
Any other fighter that goes through so many tight fights and we talk about him so much, or his name is in the mention with Mayweather. That's what I'm saying. You niggas back the fuck off this Khan bandwagon because he ain't looking like shit.
Well, no, here's another thing too, is I don't understand how you could shit on Broner for not looking impressive over Carlos Molina. And you're talking to a guy, I don't hold Collazo high in high regards, and now everyone's now like understanding exactly what I was talking about. So now you shit on Broner for not looking spectacular. What do you want him to do? Knock the dude out for you to be fucking entertained?
There's a difference, though. There's a difference there, though.
How? I was never high on Collazo.
Collazo's been a career welterweight for some time now. Carlos Molina was moving up in weight, and Carlos Molina was a light puncher at 35. So there was no threat for Broner to even get hurt at 140.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you look at the small picture.
Vic, there was no threat for Khan either because outside of the Victor Ortiz knockout, when's the last time Collazo had a knockout versus a credible opponent?
Yeah, but no one said he was a power puncher. You picked him because you thought he would win, as did I.
He had everything.
You can't just forget about that.
He gave Berto all he can handle, and he ain't knock him out. Come on, man.
Yeah, but Molina, comparing Molina to Collazo's a world champion, right? You're a former world champion. Carlos Molina, come on, let's be real, guys. Let's be real.
Who did Collazo
beat? If he didn't fight Amir Khan, how many motherfuckers know who Carlos Molina was?
No, Vic, and James. James, he's right. We can't compare Collazo to Molina. Molina's opponent.
No, okay, I guess what I'm trying to say is that people call in and shut on Adrian fucking Broner for not looking spectacular. Okay, whatever. But what I'm saying is that you can win a fight and still not be impressive to me. I don't understand how people are kind of not understanding this. You don't have to knock the dude out for me to be like, holy shit, you're the fucking greatest. But there's certain things that you could do inside the ring that make me believe in you. And guess what? Last night, even though I picked Khan, I thought he was going to outbox Collazo easily, but he didn't fucking do it. He didn't look impressive. He won. But that was more because Luis Collazo shit the bed more than fucking Amir Khan looked impressive and dominated.
Exactly. Let's take it to the streets. 916, you've been on hold for a while, brother. You're live. Where you calling from?
Yo, what's up? How y'all doing?
We're doing good, brother. Talk to us. Who's this? Where you calling from?
This is Stuart Little Killer from California.
This is Abe.
Yo, Stuart Little Killer. I don't like that motherfucker. Anyway, look, I was in the MGM with my girl, and the funny thing is that there's a difference between a casual fan and a true boxing, a true boxing fan. And there's probably like 35% of fans in there were from Argentina. And all of them had their light blue, baby blue fucking soccer shirts on and shit, going crazy. And there's a big, fat fucking Mexican bitch up in the rafters talking shit, saying, I'm Mexican, and she had a TMT hat on. And she was like, fuck Argentina, this is Mexico, TMT, bitch. And I want to look back at her and say, Floyd Mayweather fucking always fights and beats up Mexicans on fucking Cinco de Mayo. Who the fuck are you talking about? And the whole fucking MGM, they had a big-ass fucking riot there. Some little kid got stomped over there because there's so many fucking ratchet-ass bitches in there with fucking fake booties running around trying to get fucking Floyd Mayweather to marry him and shit. And the fucked up thing is that I was at the Pacquiao fight 3 weeks ago, and there's like fucking 10,000 Filipinos in there, and there's no riots. And, the funny thing was when we left, because my chick was like, you know what, let's wait after the fight, let everybody walk out. And I was like, that's a good idea because I don't want to get fucking pushed around by all these motherfucking ratchet-ass motherfuckers. And later on, we go back to our hotel room, we look on the news, and there's like a shooting outside the MGM.
I didn't hear gunshots for the record.
Is the difference between a casual fan and a true boxing fan is that the casual fan is going to go over there with a TMT hat and say, you know, Lil Wayne is cool with Floyd Mayweather, so he won the majority of the rounds. I had a fight 7-5. My chick doesn't even watch boxing, and she had Maidana winning the fight. You know what I'm saying? And she had a good look, and we were there. We saw the sweat knocking off that motherfucker's head when he was hitting him with the overhand rights and shit. And I'm kind of in between. I could call that fight a tie, and I was sitting right there. And the bottom line, though, is that a couple weeks ago, I don't know if it was Vic or Beeb or whoever, was trying to bet $1,000 that fucking Maidana was going to win 3 rounds. He's lucky I couldn't get caught. I was trying to call. I couldn't get through. Otherwise, I would have paid $2,000 to fly to fucking New York and fucking make him pay me $1,000.
That's a good point. I remember Beeb said that.
Maidana came through like a motherfucker on that fight, dude.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is that why Beeb didn't show up today?
That was definitely Beeb.
I don't know, man. Beeb's been MIA.
Yo, hey, my last question though, on the Collazo Amir Khan fight, I believe that Collazo did have a game plan. His game plan was to counter Amir Khan by dropping his hands so that he can have Amir. He was trying to bait him to punch. It backfired on him because it was so obvious of what he was trying to do. When Danny Garcia fought Amir Khan, he had his hands up. He was hitting him with offense and then coming back with a defense, and he hit him with that hook shot that ultimately knocked him out. I think Luis Collazo had the same game plan. I think he felt like that was the only way he can win that fight, similar to Timothy Bradley feeling like the only way he could win the Pacquiao fight was to knock him out. Because, James, my question to you is that, do you feel that Collazo, similar to Timothy Bradley, felt like that was the only type of game plan that they had going into the fight to win because of the politics, and if it went to the scorecard that they would have lost anyway, which kind of skews and puts you in a box of what type of game plan you can have, and it's just so obvious, and then it makes it easy for you to beat. What do you think?
I said last week that I think Collazo was going to be the counterpuncher in this role. I thought actually I'd see him backing up as opposed to coming forward and counterpunching, which is kind of weird. You usually don't see that. But when you have a fast fighter like Amir Khan, I think he slowed down a little bit, but he's still fast as fuck. And what you do with a fast fighter like this is that you're not going to be able to out-time them. You're not going to be able to get your punches off before they do because they have their fast twitch muscles are so much more faster than yours. And as soon as you start to punch, they're going to unload on you. So you have to counterpunch. And we do know one thing, that Amir Khan gets caught in exchanges. And there is, I guess the cliche is the blueprint. So every time you see him get knocked out, maybe not the Bradis Prescott, but even in the Bradis Prescott fight, he did get countered and got knocked out. Danny Garcia knocked him out the same way. That's how Lamont Peterson did it. You can't outbox Amir Khan. So then the only way to actually combat that offense is to become a counterpuncher and catch him in the exchanges because he stays in the pocket a little bit longer than he really should be. But to answer your actual question, do I think that they went in there to try to say they're going to knock him out because that's the only way they're going to win? I don't think that. I don't think that at all. I actually think if they actually won the fight, they'd be really promoting this Luis Collazo versus Mayweather. I think this was a win-win situation for these two, for Golden Boy and with these two fighters here. So I'm not saying that I don't think politics came into play, but when you fight Khan, it's always a possibility that you can knock him out. That's going to be undeniable because he has been knocked out before. And even in this fight, he got wobbled badly. And I honestly thought he was going to be stopped at the 7th or the 8th round. Where I was sitting, he seemed like he was like a little infant on ice. So, I guess I answered the question. But yeah, I don't think the politics would have came into play. And I think that it was a win-win situation. Both fighters would have came out. Whoever won, it would have been good. But this is exactly how I saw it happening. The only difference was I didn't see Khan running. I thought Khan would be the aggressor.
Well, let's take it back out to the streets. 630, you're live on the Boxer Voice. Who's this?
Hey, what's going on? This is Mega.
Mega, what's up, brother? Talk to us.
Nothing much. I just wanted to say, I was kind of happy to see Broner call out Danny Garcia yesterday. I'm tired of all that friendliness in between you guys in boxing, And if I wasn't mistaken, did you guys hear Floyd say that Maidana bit him in one of those rounds in the shoulder or the arm or something like that?
Nah, I ain't hear that.
I didn't hear that.
I swear I heard it in the post-fight press conference or something like that. He said he bit him in the arm.
But I did hear, according to the YouTube comments, that Lil Wayne got into it with the Maidana camp.
Oh, that's crazy. Hey, also, I was gonna say, I think Amir Khan did show some improvement though, because I think an older Amir Khan would have really pushed for that knockout against Collazo, but he kind of pressed off a little bit towards then, kind of like Pacquiao did, or has been doing a little bit recently. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny you say that too, because it's like I've been shitting on Amir Khan basically this entire show. But in the beginning of the show, if people were listening, I'm not specifically talking about you. I do think that he made improvements. But Amir Khan, like Nessa said, every time you watch an Amir Khan fight, even if you think Amir Khan's gonna blow the dude out, he leaves you just sitting there hanging. Like, he just never impresses the way you want him to, or the way he talks, or the way he's perceived. So what I'm saying is, when I look at this fight, I'm not looking at him beating Luis Collazo. I'm looking at him the whole picture. And we just had him on the mantle to go up against Floyd Mayweather. He's nowhere fucking near that level. He's nowhere near at all. He doesn't get past the top 5.
If somehow he fights Porter, he may die in the ring.
Agreed.
I'll tell you this. Based off last night's performance, I'm willing to give Khan a shot at 47 against someone that's top 10.
Yeah. Would you pick him versus Porter or Thurman?
Would you
not
pick
right
him
now?
against
No,
Diego
not right
Chavez?
now. Not right now. I wouldn't, but I'd like to see it.
Now,
would you pick him against
if
Diego
Amir Khan
Chavez?
really wants that Floyd Mayweather fight, then yeah, he should fight against a top 10 guy at 47. And if he does there, then you know what? It's all his.
Hey, Vic, but you see why I complain about him? Like, you're saying you don't give him a shot at Porter or Thurman.
I'm not saying I don't give him a shot. I think he loses.
Khan is more established in his career than Porter or Thurman. When Alexander did all that he did at 140 and moved up, we didn't automatically regress him. No. We thought it was okay for him to fight Maidana at 147, and it was okay for him to fight Porter at 147, and it was okay for him to fight Kell Brook at 147. Now with Khan, you're saying, nah, he can't fight Porter at Thurman, not yet. So,
I didn't say that. I said fight him next. I said fight him next.
You think that it means he's not as good as everyone thinks.
And I never thought Devin Alexander was that good because I thought Kell Brook would have beat him. If Amir Khan would have took that fight, he might have beat him. And you know what? We're not even talking about this because Khan would have got the fight.
Devin Alexander's the only guy I think he beats.
Khan should have took the fight, but he didn't, and we all know why. 845, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this? Where you calling from?
Killer Shan, what's up?
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? I just wanted to make a point. You know, those people talking about not buying a pay-per-view and whatnot, and it turned out to be a good fight. So, you know, that's why I buy every pay-per-view, man. I get them all.
Yo,
you know, I'm a fan like that. I'm
Sean,
hardcore. I want to see it.
I'm gonna tell you this, yo. Pacquiao fight was $69.95. This motherfucking fight was $75.
I know it's expensive, but I'd rather spend that than go to a game or something else. You know what I mean? I love boxing, so I'm going to support it. And I know people hate Mayweather and all that, but look, it turns out it was a good fight. I had Mayweather, but you know what I'm saying? People, you know, B was tearing it up. Like, oh, this is not worth it. He watching on some stream probably and didn't see the good fight that we all saw in HD on our TV. You know what I mean?
For sure. I definitely purchased this shit. I got it recorded.
And Khan, yo, man, if he fought Porter or even Thurman, man, he's going to sleep, man. He ain't winning that fight. Come on, man.
Thank you. This dude's suspect, man.
But-
He's the only dude that you always doubt, like, in any division. Sean, man, thanks for calling in. We on drive-by mode. We got to get to all these callers. 470, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this? Where you calling from?
What's up, man? This is Chaz. I'm out in Vegas, still sitting here, fight lasting, and I just wanted to call in and say what's up, say my views on it. I walked in about the middle of that Jay Leon Love fight, and I had rafter seats, so you guys probably saw a better one than I did from my view. But Jay Leon Love, I'm kind of surprised at him. I thought he lost that fight with all the talent he has around him to show him the way, and sparring with Mayweather and whatnot. I was just disappointed. I thought he lost the fight. Whenever I see stuff like that, I kind of think, man, who's in whose pocket here? But
he spars with Mayweather.
I think you guys are too hard on Broner, man. I think he's coming along. He's a young dude. He doesn't have all his sensibilities. He damn sure got too much stuff going on, but he's hella talented.
Chaz, man, I hate to interrupt and try to prolong your call, but how can you say we're too hard on a guy that's calling out Manny Pacquiao but can't knock out Carlos Molina moving up from 135? Like, come on. We're not hard on him. We fucking realists. That dude is living a fucking dream, and because he's signed to Heyman and he's able to draw on TV, he's being treated like a star. He got a $1.25 million yesterday for a sparring match, and he threw it in our face and said, "I got paid for a sparring match." He's disrespectful.
Yep.
We're not too hard on him.
I love boxing just like you guys do, and I've been watching it for a long time. I told you my old ass age. But you know what? Nobody can accuse boxers of being intellect. That's for certain. You know what I mean? And so I ain't gonna defend him. I just recognize his talent, but I think it's getting away from him because you can have all the potential in the world, and if you don't just produce or provide, then hell, it's for naught. And you know, definitely there's gaps in it, but you know, just moving along, because I really wanted to get on this whole thing with Khan a little bit. I think Khan did his thing, man. I mean, for a guy, he has tremendous accuracy. His footwork is good. His speed is pretty incredible, to be honest with you. And I'm not a huge Khan fan because
I'm going to cut you off all night. First of all, you say you have rafter seats. How the fuck can you say he had tremendous accuracy? When you go watch this fight on TV and you see all the shots that he did miss with Luis Collazo's hands down by his side, Khan is a bum, man. He's a bum. I don't understand why y'all don't see it.
Well, you know, I'll be honest with you. I did. I was up in 216. In fact, I thought your dude was telling some stories there, because when he said he was at the fight, you damn sure can't see sweat like you could sitting at my own crib looking at HD. You know what I mean? You just can't see it at those levels. On a side note, the Argentinians blew me away, man. I mean, that place was packed with them.
Yep.
And even I was sitting next to nothing but British people. I mean, it was just a ton of them. But anyway, I think he has tremendous accuracy. It looked like it. I mean, he was moving his head left and right. And on that note, you guys could kind of probably tell me a little better, because, like I said, I was there. So, you know, I can't use that as an excuse. Every fight that I go to, I get so caught up in the environment, to be honest with you. It's hard for me to really score it or keep up, because there's so much shit going around you, titties and everything else. But, I think Khan is really a good talent. In fact, I think y'all give Porter and Thurman a little bit too much damn credit. I think Khan beat the shit out of him. I think he'll beat him just like he did Collazo. He's got a weak chin. That's definitely his Achilles heel. But he's talented, and I'm not a Khan fan. I'm just being real with it. I'm just being real with it. He's talented. Say again? Say again?
Nobody got time for that.
Oh, I can't even hear you. I don't know what he said, but anyway. When it comes to the Maidana deal, I mean, Mayweather won that fight. It was very clear to me. He won the fight, you know. But Mayweather has done something real interesting that I think affects most casual boxing fans, and even some of the more hardcore fans. He's raised the bar. So, you know, subconsciously, you guys believe that every one of his fights should damn near be like when he fought Gaddy. I mean, it should be so dominant that he gets judged by getting hit. Fuck, it's boxing. It's boxing. You know, are you really fans of boxing, or just, you know, annihilations and domination? It's boxing. And this guy, I was a little surprised that Weeks let him get away with quite as much as he did. But you got to do what you got to do to try to beat a Mayweather type. But damn, it's like thuggery, man. I mean,
Floyd was being fucking dirty himself.
Floyd started it up certainly when he, you know, you got to, I mean, let's face it, it's boxing. You get in there and a guy's going to start doing all that, you got to show him that you got something too. And I noticed he did it. I noticed he responded to it, and he tailed him out. But you know what? I don't know whether it was Ariza trying his new milkshakes or what it was, but definitely he wasn't responding to the milkshakes he had before, because he tuckered out and just started showing the effects of it. Honestly, I don't want to see a rematch. For what? For what? He beat the dude. He beat him fair and square. All this stuff about draws, close fight. Stop it. Stop it. You have a different standard when it comes to Mayweather. It wasn't that tight. No one wants to see another thug mug kind of match, scrappy type of thing. For what? For what? I just don't want to see it. But I got to give him credit for bringing out those Argentinians. Incredible. I mean, Mexicans, especially Vegas, it's like their playground, so you expect them here. But Argentinians, wow. And the Brits, now I don't know what they're doing, but they show and tell, and they represent their fans to the point where you wonder whether you're in the USA or not.
Well,
That's all I got to say, bro.
Everything eloquently put. Thanks for calling in, brother. I'm going to get to some other phone lines here because we are in drive-by mode. Jay Stephan, you're live. Where you calling from?
My man said Reason Shades.
Unmuted. That means it's you. Jay Stephan 81 from a Skype caller.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
All right. 443, another Be More DMV area. Who's this?
443 to Slug, man.
What's going on, Slug? Talk to us.
First of all, make your ass eat your motherfucking crow nest.
You haven't played it for yourself today, Ness, either. So.
Bro, what you talking about?
Your crow and your chicken feed.
What you talking about?
I'm talking about. You had Mayweather losing the fight the last show, man.
I know.
You had 3 fights you were wrong on.
I got 3 wrong. I got the Petty Bond wrong, I got the Khan wrong, and I got the Mayweather wrong. But listen, there's a lot of people that think Maidana won, so I ain't that bad.
I'm gonna tell you the bottom line with this bullshit you keep fucking talking, man. Fucking Mayweather landed the cleaner shot in that fucking fight. The cleaner, more defined shot. They talking about, Maidana threw overhand chopping right. Man, fuck that overhand chopping right. Most of the time that shit wasn't even landing fucking clean. And for whoever was in the chat thought that Wood was me, no, Wood was not me. And for Wood, talking about all the Mayweather fans or bitches, you need to take that shit back because you ain't seen me, so I mean, I don't think you be calling me a bitch in my face, homeboy. Wood off the fucking chain, man. And they talk on the fucking chat, they talking about, well, Wood should have his own fucking show. Man, fuck that. Hell no, fuck that and fuck them with that bullshit. Fucking Mayweather won the goddamn fight. Maybe he did step off the fucking gas pedal. I don't fucking like it because the shit was fucking close to comfort, you know, but he won the fucking fight, man, and ain't a whole lot about it because if you're going to come in the champion's house to fucking beat him, you can't just have this shit hanging in the air, maybe or maybe not. You got to fucking beat him clear, and that's it. Either knock him the fuck out or beat every fucking round down there. And fucking Maidana didn't beat every fucking round. And no, I'm not a fucking hater, man. Fuck that. Fucking beast mode. Beast on these nuts.
Yeah, but Slug, you sound like a hater because why does Maidana have to knock him out? Why does he have to do more than any other fighter should?
Because if you're going to go in there and beat Mayweather, man, you can't just go in there and barely and think you're going to just barely beat him by a fucking hand in your head. That's not going to happen. If you think you're going to go in there and technically beat this man, it's not going to fucking happen unless you beat him every round.
Slug, I'm going to get to some other callers, brother.
Majority of the round. This shit got to be 8-4 clearly. And if he ain't hitting them with no clear shots, no good, clean shots, man, that's pushing Mayweather back and making him respond to your hit, come on, man.
Hey, Slug, I'm going to get to some other callers, but I will tell you, you need to listen to the last caller's call. He said it. You guys are holding Mayweather at too high of a standard according to how he usually looks in fights. So, you know, it's unfair. You know, that's a double standard, in fact, because when he doesn't look good, he's the one giving the fans what he wants. And when he doesn't look good, a fighter has to knock him out to win. I mean, it's unfair. It's a double standard. 832, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Ness?
Talk to me.
What's going on, man?
What up? Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I just want to say this, man. I've been listening, and there has been a double standard. for one thing, that Mayweather, if you don't see Mayweather totally dominate a fight, then basically he's getting old, or he's looking bad. But I must remind everyone to look at the Cotto fight. Everyone will say, "Oh, he's getting old in the Cotto fight. He's looking bad in the Cotto fight." But then the very next fight after the Cotto fight, he's looking good. Robert Ghost Guerrero, Canelo, he's looking good. So the only thing I say is this. I scored the fight at the 6th round. I scored the fight 4-2 Maidana. Maidana had 4 rounds. I scored 2 rounds Mayweather. At the end of the fight, I scored 8-4. Mayweather 8 rounds, Maidana 4 rounds. The only thing I say this is this. Everyone has to understand a championship bout. A championship bout is this. Between how you score the rounds is the challenger has to take the fight. If it comes between a challenger and the champion and it's a close fight, then of course they're going to edge it off to the champion.
I disagree with your statement. I'm sorry. Then there's no reason to have judges. There's no reason to score the fight if you have to take it literally from the guy. That's why we have judges. I don't agree with that notion.
I agree with Vic 100%. That's bullshit. Take it from the champion, garbage. That's just bullshit.
As do I. I agree.
Hey, my time. Let me talk. Okay.
Yeah, it's your time. You good?
Then you can talk. Only thing I say is this: edge it off to the basically the champion. Okay, because you have to take the fight. Okay, you didn't say this when last fight when your boy, fought the other dude from Puerto Rico, and he said, "Oh, you got to take the fight." You didn't say all that. The only thing I say is this. Only thing I say is this, man. Maidana, I scored at the 6th round. Maidana was winning the fight. He was 4-2 Mayweather. Only thing I say is this, man. Mayweather timed him from the 6th round to the 12th round. He timed him, bro. And it was a lot of close rounds. But the close rounds, I believe the judges gave it to Mayweather because Maidana, it was a close fight. He didn't take the fight. That's the only thing I say is that. That's the only thing I say.
All right.
He did not take the fight.
We're gonna take it on to some other callers, brother. But I just think we just don't agree on that. You know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't have to take it from no champ. It's who's doing better work.
And Maidana is coming into this fight with a belt too. I mean, a lot of people forget about that.
Yeah, they both champions. 215. You're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this way calling from?
215. Is that flushing the toilet I hear?
This is D Nice from Philly.
Talk to me, D Nice.
Hey, what's going on, man? I like your show a lot. It's my first time calling. I'd like to give my observations on the Mayweather fight. I do believe that Mayweather won the fight. You could say I could say 7-5, 8-4, like your other callers were saying. I do believe that Mayweather was distracted in this fight. Do not think that he had his full command of his legs in this fight. I do believe that he tried to justify it by saying that he wanted to give the fans a more exciting fight. But also you hear Mayweather say that he doesn't want to take the punishment because he would like to last longer in the sport by taking less punishment. So I do believe he was distracted by some outside things going into this fight, being if they were personal or Oscar de la Hoya situation. If something was not right totally with Mayweather in this fight. When have you ever seen Mayweather complain about gloves and all this other stupid shit? You know what I mean? This is unprecedented for him. And then when have you ever heard Mayweather other than the Ortiz fight, but that was just, emotions after the fight. Say he's basically going to give the guy a rematch. You don't hear that from Mayweather. So I think that he was a little off his game, but it's a testament to his skills that he was able to offset the aggression by Maidana, although I do feel that some of the aggression was ineffective aggression. And I do believe that Maidana utilized some dirty tactics in the fight, as well as Floyd did myself. And I do think that Tony Weeks, was not one of his best performances as a referee. But that being said, I like to agree with the previous caller. I wouldn't want to see a Maidana-Mayweather rematch. In fact, I really don't know where Mayweather goes after this, because I don't know if you guys address this or will address it. But I don't know if Mayweather's going to, what is the situation going to be with Golden Boy moving forward? Because as we all know, Mayweather Promotions exists in name only. He does not have a license in Nevada. He does not have a promoted license anywhere in the state. So if he doesn't go with Golden Boy, if Golden Boy doesn't essentially puts on his shows, then where is he going to go?
Well,
That's
I'm going to give you some facts on that really quick. De La Hoya had a press conference late yesterday, I believe, and he vows to run Golden Boy. And I quote, "I have my vision and I have my plans," De La Hoya said. "Nobody is going to stop me from doing this. The company isn't called Golden Boy for nothing." De La Hoya indicated he and Schaefer have been talking through attorneys, though he said he plans to shake his hand at the fight and maybe even give him a hug. I don't know if that happened. They were sitting next to each other. They did talk from what I seen. James, you were there live, so after I finish all these quotes, you can let us know. Another quote is, "I have nothing against Richard, but I have to look out for myself," De La Hoya said. "I have to look out for my company, and I have to look out for boxing." Schaefer, who did not attend the press conference earlier in the week, said that he would never work with Bob Arum, no matter what De La Hoya wanted to do. But he said he was open to talking to De La Hoya about his future in the company. Whatever the future holds, hopefully we can sort this out in the next couple of weeks, Schaefer said. "My door is always open, and we'll see where this goes." He said he went to Arum's Los Angeles house earlier this week to try and settle any feuds, the promoter, and it looks like, De La Hoya and Bob met to bury the hatchet. Down the line, why not for boxing's sake? There's a lot of great fights that can be made. These are all quotes from De La Hoya. Mayweather said earlier in the week that he wouldn't work with Golden Boy if Schaefer was not running the company. He also said that the door is open for Schaefer to work with his company, Mayweather Promotions, if he left Golden Boy. De La Hoya hired Schaefer, who had a career in banking when he started in Golden Boy, and in recent years, Schaefer has been the public face of the company, as De La Hoya had, issues with alcohol and drugs and coming in and out of rehab. But De La Hoya made it clear that he was the head of the company and the majority shareholder. He said he wasn't looking to replace Schaefer, but didn't rule it out. He said, the way I found Richard, the way I did that, I can do it again. He said, it's no problem for me. Really quick, I want to get to the chat room roll call before we take it back out to the streets. We got a shitload of callers, but we got to respect everybody in the chat. Vic, get a couple of names from that YouTube chat ready. I got over here on Blog Talk. I got Adolf Mayweather, Alex Hand Cabrera, Amen 367, Ari Gold, Beast Modes, Be Rich, Bronx Box Fan, Canadian Jose, Cedric Sports, Gute, Dave Sinister, bunch of guests. Fucking skip all these guests. Man, you losers need to make an account. Ho, Jay Rosales, my nigga Jay Rosales, what up? Cam UK, best producer on the planet when it comes to intros. Killer Sean called in. Kim Starr, Mal Alpha, alumni. Molecule 78, MV Chew. MV Chew, you got to get back on before we go. Nothing for something. Ringleader X Dank. Roy Salvia. All right, so let's get back to these callers because we got a shitload over here. Let me see who's up next. Let's see who's been waiting on. What do we got? What number did we stop off on? I think it was 916, right?
I have no idea.
Thanks for the help. Oh, yes, here we go. Ken Stumber, whatever. Ken, you're live.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
We hear you loud and clear, brother. Where you calling from?
Calling from the Bronx. I go by KM Star in the chat room, by the way. So, same guy. You guys are doing a great job. I just want to give you a shout out and props for all the great work. It looks like you guys are making big waves, able to get inside and get interviews and things like that. So just want to thank you for giving us the best boxing broadcast twice a week, every week. Everybody touched on everything. It's hard to go back and revisit. I think 7-5 Mayweather was fair. I definitely think it was a close fight. Mayweather won based on crisper punching to me. But the reality is anyone who's saying that, Maidana wasn't landing and having his way with him, I don't know what fight he's watching. The guy who said he won 4 of the first 6 and then lost every other round after that, I don't see that. It's just tough to justify. The reality is that the fight happened where Maidana wanted the fight to happen and that Floyd pulled it out because his skill set is just so good. But, he was pinned to the ropes and Maidana was landing all kinds of shots on him, whether you give him credit for how hard they were. Mayweather sure didn't like them. And one thing I want to ask you guys about is these punch stats. I saw punch stats during the fight and after the fight, and watching the fight, I just felt like those stats were outrageous. They had Mayweather outlanding Maidana on the Showtime punch stats, for certain rounds. I don't even think I saw a single round where I thought that Mayweather actually outlanded him. So I did give Mayweather rounds because he landed better than Maidana in a lot of those rounds. Just crazy.
Ken,
what did you guys?
What has to be said here, Vic and James and Ken, I'm going to get you back on. I don't know if anyone noticed, but I watched this fight twice, and there were no Showtime scorecards until after the 6th round. The fix was in. The announcers were nervous. Fucking Bernstein scored at 115, 114. That means he gave a 10-10 round. That's bullshit.
As much shit as we give HBO on Lampley's bias, it was a terrible broadcast yesterday.
It was. That's what I'm saying. It was evident that the fix was in, that Showtime is being some sort of coercer here. This is fucking fucked up, man. They blatantly showed the corruption in boxing. But every other fight that we watched on that pay-per-view had rounds of the unofficial panel every 3 rounds. And when Mayweather fought, we didn't get not one digital graphic of those fucking scorecards until after the 7th, and they were all crazy. 76, 75, I seen 74. They didn't know what to do. They were under the gun, and I guarantee you the little piece in their ear was telling these motherfuckers they had to make it look better than what it was.
Because
running away with it.
I honestly, I got back to the conference center last night, or the media, whatever, room, and I only caught the last part of it, and I basically saw Paul Malignaggi and Al Bernstein basically shitting all over the judges. So were they doing this during the broadcast? Because they were basically, what I saw was them talking about how they're like, oh, how far are you? Or they're just right next to the ring. I don't know how they scored it the way they did. Were they doing that the entire broadcast, basically just pumping up Maidana, or what?
Well, they were definitely giving Maidana some credit, but they were definitely, saying that Floyd was looking like, the fact that I didn't get to see their cards until after the 6th, that right there just raised all types of flags for me. But let's let Ken finish up. Ken, what did you think about that, man? There were no cards shown to us till after the 7th round.
Yeah, you're right. You could see that the judges, the refs, they all knew who's paying their bills. You saw that with that Jay Leon Love fight, which was freaking disgusting. And then, let's be honest, even Tony Weeks, there was times when Maidana was working, and he went and broke him up. It almost reminded me of how Hatton was complaining they wouldn't let him fight inside against Mayweather. And you got the sense that this ref was chosen to do the same thing. He had him
and he still got ridiculed he still got ridiculed by Mayweather at the post-fight press conference. Ken, we're on drive-by mode, brother. I got to let you go and get to some other callers. I will leave you on mute so you can listen in. 313. I apologize. You've been on hold for an hour, brother. I hope you got something great to talk about.
Yeah, actually, it's been more than an hour, but my call dropped, and I had to call back. What is that?
Sorry,
This
brother.
is Wissam from Detroit. Hello?
Yes, you're from Detroit. Talk to us, brother.
All right, yeah, I saw the fight yesterday with two, actually, you can hear, like, my voice is gone from screaming at the TV too much. But I scored the fight 8 rounds to 4 for Maidana. I thought he won the first 5 or 6 rounds even, and I gave him some rounds in between because of his aggression. He was controlling the action. He was having Floyd against the ropes, which is why I lost my voice. I'm screaming at him, get off the ropes, get off the ropes. What are you doing? And it seems like he was just cutting him off every now and then. Mayweather would land a few clean shots. And just to touch on what Ken just said, I have never ever went by show stats, nor CompuBox, because I watched the De La Hoya fight, and they were crediting Mayweather with 20 landed punches when he would only land 8, and I would give him the benefit of the doubt for those 8. I've never taken much weight or consideration to Showtime or CompuBox. What got me was I had my friend here too. He was never got into boxing. He's never watched a fight in his life. He doesn't have any bias toward Mayweather or Maidana. But he was clearly telling me, he's like, Mayweather, well, he pointed towards Mayweather. He's like, he's getting beat up. You know, for the first 5 rounds, it looked like Adrian Broner all over again. And
it's funny.
Mhm.
No, I was just gonna say it's funny you say that because all the people I was sitting next to, we were just fucking screaming the entire time, similar to probably what you were. But we were all talking about how like everyone says they're gonna go in there and bully Mayweather. But when you see that first fucking round, everyone would look at each other and we were screaming like, holy shit, he's going to fucking do it. He's going to be the first to do it. He's going to beat Mayweather. Yo, you're exactly right. That first round, Broner was probably watching, just smiling, being like, see, motherfucker, it wasn't that easy, was it?
Exactly. Yeah, my heart was shaking, man. I'm like, what? Like, is this really going to happen? And I was judging every round, round by round, just based off of the aggression, based off of clean punching. He landed many body shots, and body shots do count. People sometimes only tend to focus upstairs, but you know, as was proven by the Luis Collazo Amir Khan fight, body shots hurt, and Maidana landed a whole bunch of them. I have to watch this fight again to actually score the punches myself, but from the gist of it, from what I saw personally, I saw Maidana outland him, I saw him out hustle him, and I thought he deserved to take the win. But I knew deep down that he was never going to get the decision. I was content with that, but feel like he's a champion in my eyes.
Well, he definitely became a people's champion. I mean, from his post-fight interview, I love the way, the attitude and the stance they took, saying that they would give Mayweather the rematch because they felt they won.
Yeah, that was funny.
I just like the balls and the attitude, even in the post-fight presser. Like, he was like, man, yo, I don't want to talk about none of that shit. I just want to talk about the revancha, cabrón. Like, I love that shit. That's official. 757, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Drive-by mode it is. Where you calling from? Who's this? 757, you're live.
I couldn't hear you, man. This is Antonio from Virginia, man. All right.
Oh,
damn.
what's up?
Huh?
I said, what's up, brother? I love it when you call in.
Hi, well, I haven't listened to the whole show. I was trying to get him about an hour and a half ago. Hey, goddamn. But, yeah, man, first of all, man, thank y'all, man, for putting on another show, man. I had to call in, you know, after the Mayweather fight. I knew everybody was going to be, you know, wilding out up here. Very entertaining show. First of all, Eric, we can't be fans, man. Y'all, Eric, we cannot be fanatics with this stuff. None of these guys putting no money in your pockets. Too many callers up here be going crazy, calling, you know, Mayweather fans, bitches. I ain't nobody fan. I'm a supporter. I'm a supporter of the sport, and I'm a supporter of certain fighters. But when I sat down and watched the fight last night, I don't give a fuck who win. Mayweather could have got knocked out in 2 rounds. I would have still went home and got off the head to go to work the next day. It wouldn't bother me no iota. Second of all, Beef. Where he at? Where your boy Beef at? He was saying, he was talking mad shit about the pay-per-view. It was a good card, and he showed up.
Yeah, man, you guys got him scared. I don't know. He hasn't answered a text all weekend.
Hey, B my favorite, by the way. So I don't any shot I take at B is just all competitive. It's all just banner, man. He actually my favorite on the show. But Well, first of all, let me just go through the fight real quick, because, like I said, I know y'all got to rush it. Broner stock took a hit. His stock ain't take a hit with me because he ain't necessarily never passed my test, but with the casual fans I was around, his stock definitely took a hit. I don't know why, because one thing people need to pay attention to is that most fighters are their best in the first 4 rounds because they're the fastest, they're the strongest they're going to be in that fight. But after that, the conditioning come in. And in the last 4 rounds of that fight, Broner was playing with him. So, I mean, anybody can look good in the first 4 rounds if you truly say, I'm going to come in there and go to work. And that's what Molina did. He came in there, he made overhand rights, he was trying to go for it. But once he slowed down, Broner was playing with him. So, I mean, his start took a hit, but not with me because, like I said, he never was high on me. I know what's high on him. The Khan versus Collazo fight, Khan improved, man. He was very physical. I was very disappointed in Collazo. I was like, how you gonna let a guy who first fight at 147 push you around the ring? I mean, he bullying you, grabbing you by the headlock. Man, you supposed to be body slamming him throughout the fight. He hemming you up and stuff, and you complaining to the ref. Like that's embarrassing. That's his first fight at 147. Collazo supposed to hound it, but you know, he looked like he was shot to me. He looked like a shot fighter to me. Khan, he looked a little slow. And I gotta ask you a question, Ness. Was Khan last fight with Ariza the Danny Garcia fight?
I think so.
I'm not sure.
No, because his next fight after that was Carlos Molina. Yeah, that was Virgil Hunter's first fight with him.
Fast as he used to be when he was with the Pacquiao camp. This man has been slow since the Danny Garcia fight. He's fast, but he ain't nowhere fast as he used to be. That hand speed ain't crazy like it was. He used to have blazing hand speed, and then that hand speed is quick, but it ain't crazy. It is not crazy. It's very counter-punchable. So that was there. I was impressed with Khan's physicality, but I was not impressed with his tools. And yes, y'all are right. That motherfucker don't got no chin. And I'm embarrassed because he passed my eye test at 140 when I first saw him a couple of years back. I was like, yo, this guy don't cause Mayweather problems. But I found out a little bit after that he don't got no chin. And last night, Collazo hit him a couple of times because he got a sorry-ass defense. Put 2 hands in front of his face. Collazo was just peppering him around with the hook. And he got wobbled like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, are you serious? Dude fighting you with your hands down. The guys I was around, like, was talking like Collazo was fighting like somebody in prison. Like, just hands down, walking towards him, stalking the whole fight. Like, Khan, man, he got to work on a lot of shit. Especially, I don't know what he can do about that chin, though, because that shit's suspect. Now let's go to the main event. Okay. First of all, I want to know some of these callers. I wish I had some of these callers this, because I've seen this fight before. At least it looked to me like the Hatton fight. Did that fight not look like Ricky Hatton 2.0? I mean, Ricky Hatton did the same shit. Ricky Hatton was bulldozing Mayweather most of that fight. He was clinching Mayweather. He didn't get Mayweather on the ropes, but he was holding Mayweather in the middle of the ring. He was controlling most of those first 8 rounds against Mayweather. If you go back and watch it on HBO, Harold Litterman had Ricky Hatton to fight the first 6 rounds 4-2. He was like, oh well, he's controlling the fight. He got Mayweather hemmed up. This is a Hatton fight. Yeah, it's a Hatton type fight, but that don't mean he's effective. And that's the same way I kind of felt about my dog watching the fight. I mean, like I said, listen, I don't care. I'm just watching the fight. I had it after 6 rounds, 3-3. Like, but one of the rounds probably controversial for certain people was the round Floyd got cut. When Floyd got cut and the blood went in his eyes, he was like he couldn't see. I thought he won that round. To me, he went into survival mode, and he started running, and he was pepper shotting Maidana with good enough Chris hooks every time Maidana would come in. And then when Maidana would come in, he'd hold, complain to the ref, but Maidana wasn't really getting off. It was like he went in straight survival mode, and he actually was more effective than he was in the first 3 rounds. But, you know, like I said, that's a controversial round for me. I scored for Mayweather. It reminded me of the Bradley round, where round 5 against Pacquiao, where he was pretty much backing up the whole round, but he was effective going backwards. But I gave it around to Mayweather. I had it 3-3 after the 6, and then the last 6 rounds, once again, I tell people all the time, first 4 rounds, a motherfucker gonna be at their best. Maidana is a Mike Tyson type motherfucker. He come out looking to knock you the fuck out. He don't care who you is. I told B that, you know, you talking about Maidana ain't this and that, but he's way better than he was when he fought Khan. He's way better. You can see it. His jab come from down low, pops it up. It was throwing Mayweather off. I was like, Mayweather, shoot that straight right. Mayweather would not let that straight right go. It was something Maidana was doing, but throwing him off. He kept looking like he wanted to throw it, but he just couldn't rip it off. Was it old age? Was it 37? Or was it the fact that Maidana was just a better boxer? Mayweather said after the fight, after everybody complained about stuff Mayweather said, Mayweather said he had a hell of a jab. That's what Mayweather said on his jab surpassed him. He a better boxer than he was before. And for people saying that Sean Porter would cause Mayweather problems, man, would Sean Porter cause Maidana problems? I think that would be a great fight. Maidana would be a great fight for anybody because he's getting better and he don't give a fuck. And you know, and he also coming in at 165. I mean, he's a big motherfucker. That's
hey,
a big
BA,
dude.
man.
The last,
I love your fucking calls, but I disagree. I think that Maidana landed a lot more punches than what you're saying.
No, I didn't say he didn't land. I didn't say he didn't land punches. He did a good job. He was doing a good job, but like I said, after the first 6 rounds, I didn't say nothing about where he was landing. I just think the first 6 rounds it was 3-3. Now you said you gave him like 5 out the first 6. So I heard somebody else say that. I disagree with it. I think Mayweather clearly won the 2nd round. I gave Mayweather the 4th round, and I gave him the 6th. I gave Maidana the 1st, 3rd, and 5th. Then people saying the 12th round for Maidana, he didn't do shit. Mayweather would hold him. It'd be wrestling matches, and he'll pop shot him here and there. But you know, everybody got their own opinion. I had 8-4 Mayweather. That's 116, 112 if I'm not mistaken. That's 116, 112, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody saying the judges' scorecards was crazy. A lot of people said the shit 8 rounds before. I mean, that's 116, 112. The only judge who seemed a little crazy was the 117, 11. I mean, I saw this. Go back and watch the Ricky Hatton fight. Yeah, I saw for the first 8 rounds, that's what it reminded me of. Except for Mayweather, end up getting knocked out. But that's because Ricky Hatton don't do half the shit Maidana do. Maidana was hitting Floyd on the hip throughout the entire fight. And as far as the post-fight stuff, listen, Mayweather did complain a lot, but the only thing he really kept saying was the motherfucker hit me on the hip. He hit me on the hip a lot. He twisted my arm a little bit. He hit me in the dick. Mayweather didn't say nothing about his right hand hitting me. He won't really complain about it. He complained about mainly the hip shots. And those shits hurt. And that's you right. Mayweather do use his elbow to push motherfuckers off. But that elbow, he don't use it to hurt you. He uses it to, push you off and then hit you with a punch. Now, you can say that's a little dirty. It's a little old school tactic. It's a little old school tactic. It's a little old school tactic. But it ain't worth the hip shot. It ain't worth no punch to the hip.
He choking the shit out you with that forearm, and that I had fucked up when I said what I said. What I meant to disagree with you on was the comparison to Maidana and Hatton. I think that Maidana did way better than Hatton. Hatton was like he was like uncontrolled anarchy. It was very inaccurate. Maidana was at least accurate while missing a bunch of shots. But VA, man, I'm gonna get to some other callers, brother. We on drive-by mode, man, and I'm sorry you had to hold for so long, brother. But everybody comes out the woodworks for Mayweather.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
All right, brother. We got the host of Robodope Radio, Chris Carlson. What's going on, Chris?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
Chilling, brother. How'd you see it?
I saw Mayweather winning like a 7-5. But even if you got an 8-4, and if you think they're sling rounds or tight rounds, then that could be a draw too. I definitely had it 4-2 for Maidana in the first 6. I just thought the second half, Mayweather, even though they were close rounds, I'm not saying Maidana, got whitewashed past the 5th and nothing like that, but I thought Mayweather just controlled the last chunk of the fight, enough. Now, there were competitive rounds, and, a lot of people are talking about Hatton, and you make a good the fact that he was, Hatton wasn't most finesse guy either as Maidana, but just the fact that there was rage and he turned it into just a roughhousing fight, and that's what I knew Maidana would be able to do. And I think people don't really talk about this fight, but Jesus Chavez, and they talked about it real quick once they brought up a stat punch, I think, something like that. But Jesus Chavez threw 100 rounds almost every round that he fought with Mayweather in that, I think it was 9 or 10 rounds. That's the fight that people got to go back and watch because that's a great performance by both. But as far as the fight goes, people are talking about, it's just like Broner. Yeah, it was, except he wasn't on the mat. He didn't get a left hook to the head and put him on the mat, and stumbling all around. So let's just calm that a little bit down. But the body shots, the aggressiveness, making it rough. You know, people want to kind of talk both sides of the ref. The ref let him fight in the end. Was Mayweather complaining? Yeah, but he was getting roughed up, and we know if you get rough with Mayweather, he'll get rough right back. So I thought the ref did a good job overall, if you think about it, because there was a lot of roughhousing from both. It was just a good rough fight. I thought Mayweather pulled it off, but it was a hell of a fight, man. It was a really good fight. Another thing, though, Ness, I'm so glad that you're not going to call Maidana a bum anymore. Can you meet me halfway now on that?
Well, Chris, I picked him to win.
I know, it's a joke, Ness. Remember, for years, even before the Jose Cito Lopez fight, you were calling a bum, so you know I had to bring that up.
I mean, well,
that's been an ongoing thing for like 3-4 years. You call Maidana a bum, and now at least you've recognized that he's not a bum, right?
Well, you know, and it's not the skills that has taken him out of a bumdom, you know, because he was trapped in bumdom for a long time, but it's not necessarily the skills. It's his will. His will.
A bum, I'll tell you what, a bum could never be a top-level fighter out of nowhere, Ness. Come on.
No, listen.
He wasn't a bum, man. A guy that gets
will,
out the mat and knocks a guy out, he can't call a bum. Even back then.
Chris, his will is greater than his skills.
And that's why he's not a bum. Or wasn't a bum.
Listen, in my eyes, he's out of bumdom. He's no longer part of that community.
Yeah, but he wasn't a bum, Ness. He wasn't ever a bum.
Well, he struggled.
Come
he struggled versus guys he shouldn't have struggled with.
Yeah. You want to go? There's several guys like that in a lot of people's career, though. I mean,
he struggled. He should have beat Amir Khan.
Either way, he's not a bum. He's not a bum.
He should have beat Amir Khan.
He never was.
He should have beat Amir Khan. He shouldn't have got wobbled by Josecito Lopez. He shouldn't have been losing a couple of rounds to Josecito Lopez. Like, come on.
Robert Garcia has transformed that, man. Props to Robert Garcia for doing that, too, man.
Hey, he wasn't a bum, that's all. Anyway, it was a joke. I was just messing around, but either way, he's not a bum. He wasn't a bum then either, but whatever. But it was a great fight. I want to see a rematch. Why not? I mean, I think obviously he deserved it. And Maidana was working that body and doing everything he had to do. And we don't even know the peak of Maidana. Because now that he's out of bumdom, which I like that terminology, now that he's out of that, we still don't know the peak of Maidana. We really don't. I mean, yeah, he's got hit with a lot of shots throughout his career, so I think maybe longevity won't help, but right now, he's a trouble for everyone.
He's
and those first 4 or 5 rounds, really the first 5 rounds, the way he performed was just, he couldn't have asked for a better start, I guess, unless he knocked him down like he did with the Broner, and then you could. But I just thought it was a great fight to let the ref let him fight to an extent, and he got it done, man. It was a great fight. I want to see a rematch. Why not? It's entertaining. We know it's going to be at least entertaining, right?
Yeah, man. Hey, Chris, man, we got to get to some other calls. We're on drive-by mode. James, I was waiting for that knockdown all night, and that's why I'm disappointed in Maidana, because it was very few times where he landed flush right hands, and you got to give credit to Mayweather to that, because he should have landed some huge right hands, and they just wouldn't land. 901, you've been on hold so long, brother. Are you ready? You got a lot of stuff going on back there, brother. You ready or what?
Is that Pluck?
Yeah, I'm ready, nigga. Shit, I'm ready. My bad. Folks are talking and shit. They had to run out the room right quick.
Don't talk to us, brother. What you think about last night? We on drive-by mode, by the way, Plug. I'm sorry, but there's so many calls today.
That's all right, fool. Shit, I catch you on rebound, but shit, I think he won the fight fairly, but I think he just putting on good fights in my opinion, because he don't want the blowouts and shit, so he make motherfuckers believe they can win. I ain't no Floyd. No, I don't like Floyd that much because the way he spent his money, but more power to the motherfucker. Hell, get him the rematch, and then he gonna blow his ass out like he did Castillo. So, there it is. On Broner, he's some trash. I don't like him. Never did like him. You can ask B that shit. I can't stand that motherfucker up. And Collazo, I gotta eat my crow on that because I said he was gonna knock dude out in 5 rounds, but last time I checked, it was boxing, not WWE, goddammit, because Khan, all this holding and DDT a motherfucker, man. Yeah, I'm going to put some seasoning on that motherfucker. I'm going to eat him, though. Don't worry about that. But holler at your boy, man. Like I said, and I sent B's and shit too, but he ain't on no goddamn show. I only know if he got his stuff out there. I sent him a nice little package too. So, and you'll be looking for me to look for more shit Ness in the future. And James, you and B, I'm about to get y'all address so I can send y'all some good shit too.
All right, brother.
Yeah, hit me up on Twitter, bro.
Callers here, man. Yeah, James. I don't know, man. Listen, it was a great fight. I really can't understand why some people are saying that they don't need a rematch. That just sounds a little weird. I mean, it's one of his closest fights ever. We're really at a point where there's no opponents, unless because he looked a little extra vulnerable than he has in the past. If you guys are willing to accept a Porter or a Thurman as a pay-per-view B-side, then all right. But other than that, if you're not going to accept those type of young lions just yet, Maidana's the best possible option for September. And even though that Ramadan is from June 29th to July 29th this year, Amir Khan said yesterday that he can't fight in September. So I don't know.
Well, no, he said it goes until September, and then because he's so depleted from not having food and drinks, he wants a month to kind of come back. But
let's take some callers here. We got one guy been on for almost an hour here, man. 213, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
Hey, what's going on? This is Tony from New York.
Tony,
out of
what
LA.
up?
What's going on?
Talk to us,
You hear
brother.
me? Yeah, there was a caller that called in and made a couple good points on the Khan fight. I do think Khan has slowed down. It was something that I noticed. I don't know if it's because he's afraid of getting hit, so he's not putting together punches like he used to, and he's focusing more on getting in and out instead of actually using his offense. It seemed like what made him a good looking fighter in the past is no longer there, and now he looks more average than he ever has. I don't think a fight with Mayweather would be good for the fans, and I don't think it would be good for boxing. It shouldn't happen. Julian Love, I don't think he can hang in that super middleweight division. I don't see him doing anything at all to crack past what he did with Petty Bond. I think that's about as good as he's going to look with any other top 10 super middleweight. He ain't going to get anything going past that.
You know what sucks about Tom most though is because he can't fight anybody on the top ranked side, so he's not going to get the Chavez, assuming he doesn't sign with Heyman, and he's not going to get Froch, he's not going to get Ward. We're going to get stuck with fucking Jalen Love versus Sakio Bika, and he's going to take that title. Then he's going to be like Peter Quillen, just holding it and not fighting anyone really.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna float on. He's gonna float on without having to fight the real top opponents in that division. He's gonna basically float on by the way Peter's floating on by right now.
What version of that WBA does he have? Because he fucking had some title on his shoulder. It was fucking ridiculous.
Oh God, who knows, man? With all these alphabet titles out there, who knows what the fuck he got? Broner.
Well, Carl Froch is
such a
mandatory.
disappointment.
I mean, Carl Froch is the owner of the real WBA, so that would be all types of problems for him.
Yeah, he'd get fucked out.
Yeah, even a Froch at 75% of what he can do will give Love all types of problems. He couldn't handle it. Broner is such a disappointment. When he was sparking up, there was so much promise for him. But I think what his downfall is something that Paulie Malignaggi has actually touched upon a lot, and it's that he has no ability at all to switch from defense to offense. He can only do one thing at a time. The man uses no lateral movement unless he's clowning somebody. I mean, he don't move to the left or move to the right unless he's going to hump you in the ass or he's going to roll around behind you. That's the fastest he ever moves his feet when he's ready to clown somebody. But when he's fighting, he don't move his feet.
He freezes up when you punch him, too. When you're punching at him, he just freezes up and just sits there.
He can't move his feet and throw his hands at the same time.
90 seconds.
He's too laid back. He doesn't use his footwork. And it's obvious that his power is not going to carry well going up in weight. He can't hang at 147, and even at 140, he doesn't look to be as impressive as what he looked to be at 135. It's just not going to happen for him. the Mayweather fight, Mayweather, I think did what he needed to do to edge the fight by one round.
60 seconds.
113. But when I initially scored the fight, I actually had it a draw, and I think the rounds that are the most the easiest to give to Maidana, if you're going to give him any rounds, it's only going to be these rounds. It's 1, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 12. Those are the rounds I think that decide what your scorecard is.
Bro.
What was that?
I can't believe you even mentioned round 12 as a possible Maidana round. That's ridiculous.
Well, if you're gonna swing it to Maidana, those are the only rounds I think you could actually use.
I don't think that
You know what I
round
mean?
could be used at all. I don't think the 12 should be in there at all.
All right. Well, I could.
10 seconds.
That either way, there's so many different swing rounds in there that you can use to come up with a draw or a win for Mayweather. But I think 115, 113 is a good score for that fight. 116, 112 I can see as well. The 117, 111 I can't agree with at all.
Well, brother.
But I was concerned. The time you guys talked about that, I think went under the table. They had mentioned about the 115, 114 cards. Wasn't there 2 Showtime cards at 115, 114?
Yes.
Wasn't it Bernstein and Paulie that both had that score?
Yup.
And that really bothered the shit out of me when I seen it, because I said, how the hell did they come up with that? And there was a lack of them showing their scorecards in that whole fight up until after like you said, I think it was about the 8th round or the 7th round, and they were only showing totals. They never broke down what rounds they gave to anybody.
Nope. They were cheating, man. They were cheating. It was obvious. It was obvious the corruption.
To light, and I think we need to make a bigger issue with that, because it was mentioned. You guys talked about it, and everybody forgot about it. And I think that's a bigger issue that needs to come to light.
Well, because the problem is, is this, man. And thanks for the call. We got to move on to some other callers. But the problem is this: people are more wrapped up in how the fight looked than what Showtime was secretly and obviously doing at the same time in our face. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking crazy bullshit that they tried right there. 706, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
What's going on? What's up?
Milkman?
Real talk. Real talk, baby.
Oh, this real talk?
Real town.
Yeah.
Motherfucking real.
Man, y'all cheated my ass last week, man.
Is that you be running around in circles, man. You got to get on here and say what you got to say. You be running around.
Last week I stayed on there forever, and I know what it was. It was the Danny Garcia discussion, and y'all, hey man, y'all fucked me last week. Man, there was so much Danny Garcia dick riding last week. Oh my God, I ain't even gonna get in. I'm gonna say that for another day. But anyway, yeah, man, I have to disagree, and I don't know if you're saying that the 12th round was definitely not a Maidana round, just because that's like the final, that's like the only case you can make for Maidana winning, or that's the thing you can say. But I thought the last round was like, I thought the last round was like 2 old men fucking. I didn't see either one of those guys doing shit in the 12th round. But I gave Maidana the 12th round because he had him on the ropes again. He was pushing him back on the ropes.
Yo,
he took the last 11th and 12th round and pushed Mayweather back again. And what that told me was the only reason that Floyd was ever effective in the fight is when Maidana took his foot off the gas. When he started gassing a little bit and slowing down, taking his breaks, Mayweather had a little bit of space to operate. When Maidana had his ass up against the ropes, he landed an uppercut here and there, but most of the shots that Mayweather landed clean was in the middle of the ring. In the middle, little short counter shots, he was landing in the middle of the ring. I gave Maidana the first half of the fight. I gave him 5 out of 6, and I gave him I definitely gave him the 11th, and I gave him the last round because neither one of them, it could have went either way in the 12th, but neither one of them did shit in the 12th round, in my opinion. They laid on each other. But Maidana had his back on the rope. Mayweather had his back on the ropes. Maidana was throwing punches.
So I had to give it to him.
Yeah, well, I just don't get how you give a round or points to anybody because he put his back on the ropes. I mean, doesn't he have to land punches? Isn't it effective punching? Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. 719, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Oh, his back's on the ropes.
Yo,
He won that round, James. What the fuck?
Yo.
Talk to us, brother.
Vino, man. Calling from Colorado Springs, bro. At Boricua, I hit y'all up about Delorme Mayfield. But, yeah, man. For some reason, I was going to say, I just jumped on the queue. So I don't know what y'all was talking about. I don't know a lot of the things y'all went over. But this shit kind of made me feel like Roy Jones and Antonio Tarver in a way, man. Like, one, you know, Antonio Tarver did his thing. They gave it to Roy Jones. Like, maybe Maidana in the rematch going to come up and be like, any excuses tonight, Floyd? You know what I'm saying?
No, that's one of the best moments in boxing history to me right there. That moment when Tarver says that shit to him, the opening fight or the opening sequence there, when he asks, do you guys have any questions? That's like my favorite moment in boxing history.
Yeah. I'm telling you, like, that's kind of how I feel. Like, Maidana might come in like, yo, I'm going to just knock this dude out. And see, man, I respect the craft of boxing. Like, I respect it. Like, I was a cat on Facebook showing Mayweather love. Like, you know, he's just too skillful because breaking down my favorite fighter. You know, even being Boricua and shit, that's my dude because the boxing, the skill level. But I'm getting to the point with Mayweather, man, that it's becoming a TV show, man. It's like it's not even for the sport of boxing. People, the casual fans, like, oh, I'm going to watch the Mayweather fight, not that I'm going to watch boxing tonight. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting to the point where, like, he need to, like, I don't give a fuck if you go undefeated and retire. Just hurry the fuck up and get off the sport, man. We need these new people to come up. We need these new kids, these hungry lions, because they're going to put it on the line. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, man. That's just how I feel. I don't know how y'all view it, but it's just getting to that point, man. I feel like we too politically correct. This dude, he kind of, you know, I mean, reality's reality. He got the money, man. Las Vegas know that he bringing in this revenue in May, September. So why they going to give it to Maidana? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like he got robbed. I gave the first 5 rounds to Maidana. I gave 11 to Maidana and 12. It could have went either way. Like, you probably Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that it could have been a draw or Mayweather could even won by a round. But at the same time, it's just, I'm getting tired of the shit with this dude, man. I feel like he holding up the sport, man. He holding it hostage. That's how I feel.
I don't think he's holding it hostage. I think people like, you know, Klitschko is holding that title hostage and shit like that. Until someone goes in there and does what Maidana did, but a little bit more effective, so I have him winning. I'm okay with Floyd being there, man. To be honest with you, he keeps the casual fan interested, and I know you kind of want to see him out of there because you kind of want to see the new heads prevail, but if he's still dominating these dudes, I mean, he didn't dominate, but if he's still beating these dudes, man, he should stay there as long as it takes for him to get dethroned. I really think that he's going to be done at the end of his contract, though. But, I mean, it's funny that a lot of people don't want to see this rematch, but a lot of people still want to see the Canelo rematch. It just boggling my mind here because I really want to see this rematch. I think it's good. And, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I don't have anything else to say.
Hands down, like, for me, I'll pay for the rematch. I mean, I'm just a boxing fan. I'm gonna do it, like, regardless. But I don't know, man. I just feel like it's to the point where it's more of like it's like Mayweather season 1, Mayweather season 2. Like it's a TV show. You know what I mean? When it should be more about the sport. I feel like they drifting off on that a little bit, just because we so focused on him. You know what I'm saying? And what he doing when these other people we trying to see them come up. You know? And sometimes I feel like they're not getting the opportunity. Or they not getting viewed because we so focused on what Mayweather TV show gonna be like. You know what I mean? It's just.
Yeah, but try to keep this in mind too. That the more time passes, the older Floyd Mayweather is going to get, the slower he's going to get, the less power he's going to have, and then the more time that people under him, like the Sean Porters, the Keith Thurmans, you know, people who are coming up, they're going to have more time to get experience with each other, and they're going to weed each other out. So I think, I mean, we've already seen it, man, because, I mean, a few years ago, maybe Maidana wouldn't have been as successful as he was tonight. We might have seen, like, this could have been the first time we actually see glimpses of Floyd Mayweather kind of slowing down. Now, I guess I don't agree with that. I just kind of said it to be playing devil's advocate, but the closer we get to the end of his contract, the more these fights are going to become competitive, and I think people are going to start liking Floyd Mayweather a little bit more towards the end, and who knows? He might go Roy Jones Jr. sleeping in the second round under that rope. Who knows, man? And that's what I thought was actually going to happen in this fight, man. I'm telling you, that first round, I was fucking on the edge of my seat thinking that he was going to knock out Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, it was hype, man. I mean, and I had a question, too. Do you guys think, like, he signed this big contract, $220 million, whatever it was, do you think that's his demise, too? Because he's going to have to fight. He's still got 3 fights left. They're going to have to put him in there with somebody that might be able to touch him. Like, if Lada looks good against Canelo, he's kind of obligated in a way to kind of fight him. You know what I mean? Like, do you think that might be his demise, that he might have bit off too much that he could chew? Because, like you say, he hasn't slowed down. I mean, he's still fighting at an elite level, but, I mean, it's Maidana, too. You know what I mean? I mean, he makes fights ugly, rough, but he allowed Maidana to kind of bully his ass in there. Like, if that was a street fight, should be over. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, do you guys think that might be his demise? You know what I mean?
I'm not sure about his demise, but, you know, definitely thank you for the call. I want to get to some other callers here before we get out of here. Definitely want to bring back the alumni and definitely get his intro back out there.
With the blood of a Scottish warrior coursing through his veins, this man proclaimed,
I fucking love boxing. Oh, nice. I feel proud. I feel like I'm part of the family.
Matt's on point with these fucking intros, man. Shout out to Matt.
That is the best intro. It's worth the wait. I'm proud of that shit. Guys, I just wanted to talk about Gillian Love. I don't think you guys have really talked about that fight. I know that one of the last callers did, but man, he should have got stopped.
Yep. We talked about that earlier. We all said that we were pissed off at Jay Nady for fucking blowing our goddamn picks there. Because if it was the other way around, if that was Parabon being as hurt as he was, they'd have stopped that shit 10 seconds into it.
Yeah, but did you see Jay Nady hit Gillian Love with a DDT?
Yeah, he threw it to the ground, man. I was actually surprised that Parabon had that little balance that he was going to go flying like that. That almost speaks to how bad Parabon's footwork is, because Jay Nady, come on, man. He looks like Mr. Burns.
Yo, that Parabon, man, his soul must have escaped through the small cut above his eye, because I've never seen a Mexican do that where he gets a cut and then he just runs for the rest of the fight. I mean, his passport should be revoked. That was fucking a tragedy. And Gillian Love must be the luckiest guy ever, man, because how he's still got a 0. Every time I watch him fight, man, he's getting his ass kicked. And he still finds a way to win.
So now, what's the difference between Jay Leon's performance, where he showed some vulnerability, then he came back to turn it around? Now, granted, I agree with you that if Nady would have did his job and stopped the fight accordingly, Jay Leon would have lost, but he turned it around. He came back and won the fight. Sounds like a con fight to me.
Maidana.
Oh, man. Are you comparing Gillian Love to Amir Khan?
I'm just saying, they looked the same, didn't they?
Last night?
Basically every night. Don't they look the same? They both are suspect chins, and they've been winning their fights squeaking by.
Nah, there's a big difference between Khan and Gillian Love. Gillian Love's an undisciplined bum who's in a higher weight class because he can't be bothered to cut weight and fight his natural weight class. He's a 154-pounder, and while I respect the fact that he's gone up against bigger guys, I respect that from him. At the end of the day, he's not doing that to show people he's got heart. He's doing that because he can't be fucked to cut weight, and he will fucking use every performance enhancing drug to fucking cut weight because he doesn't have the fucking mentality. He doesn't have the fucking... He's been spoiled by Floyd. The worst thing he could have done in his career was sign with TMT, because any fucking talent that he had is gone because he fucking... Floyd's given him everything on a fucking silver tray. he doesn't have to experience struggle because he's fucking living the good life. When is fucking Julian Love gonna fucking become a man? He has no riding through his boxing career with fucking a tricycle with three wheelers. When is he gonna fly?
You know what kills me, Chew, is that he's not going to be able to become a man. He's not going to be able to get that torch from anyone because there's no one on the Golden Boy side in that division. But if I had to play devil's advocate real quick, he made a smart decision signing with TMT because his ass made $100,000 in that last fight, where Parabon probably got $30,000. I don't even know how much he got.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. That's what happens when you sign with TMT, though.
Yeah, man,
That just shows you the nepotism in boxing.
It's just sad that Jay Leon is even being talked about on this show because of his bullshit affiliation to TMT. It's the only reason. No fighter that looks that bad in his last 4 fights would be on television unless your name is Jay Leon Love and Amir Khan.
Introducing the hard-hitting ringside Robbie.
Well, hello, guys. What an interesting show this has been. But, you know, I cannot disagree with a lot of what I've heard. And Jay Leon Love, let's face it, he would not be on TV. The only reason why he's on TV is he's with Mayweather Promotions. And I can almost say the same thing about Adrian Broner, except I'm willing to give Broner some slack here. I think one change he needs to make, I think Mike Stafford has to go. He needs to be with a real trainer that will put his ass in the ring and teach him properly. I think Mike Stafford allows him to get away with way too much, and I think before he gets another fight, he needs another trainer.
Yeah,
That's just my opinion.
Seems to me that Mike Stafford doesn't really have any control of that corner. Even when Broner got caught, you know, you heard he's like, I got it. He's still saying the same things. He's still doing the same things. And it's really sad because I thought this kid was the goods. And that's how you know that I'm not biased. Like I talk about Khan because I have that feeling about Khan. Like now I'm starting to feel about Broner. You've seen that, you know, I was one of the guys that was big on Broner. I think he's good for sport because of the arrogance and all that bullshit. It attracts people, whether they're good fans, casual fans, it doesn't matter. He attracts viewers. But, man, this dude is so average. I will say, it was nice to watch Broner and Floyd on the same card because while there is no comparison in terms of their skill, they are and do fight very similar. I mean, Broner must have studied Mayweather every day for hours because even the fucking facial expressions are the same. The problem is Broner is definitely a lesser version of a Mayweather. His defense has many holes in it where Mayweather's a lot better to using the shoulder roll and tying up, but these guys fight. I mean, whether it's Broner that's trying to mimic Floyd or whatever, the similarities are there. And watching them both on the same telecast, it was evident of that. I mean, Chew, did you notice that?
Yeah, well, he needs a new trainer, and if he gets a more defensive kind of trainer, it might help his defense. But he's got I mean, you're right. The Mike Stafford does not have control of the corner. I've seen that in the last 2 fights that Broner was in. He needs a more experienced trainer that says, "Hey, this is my show. This is how you're going to learn." He needs some discipline in his entire life. He needs to concentrate on his boxing career and not focus on the outside stuff.
His arrogance stands in front of him. His arrogance stands in front of him from being like I don't even know how I'm trying to articulate it, but his arrogance basically blocks him from being great, and I think his arrogance also makes him lazy inside the ring. He thinks he's so good that he doesn't need to do certain things that other fighters need to do. He thinks he has the best chin in the whole world. He thinks he can do this, whatever. That's his problem. I don't think any trainer is ever going to stop that. I mean, I don't know.
Let me get to this last call here, man. 215, you're live. Who's this? 215. Go on.
Hey, that's me. Is that me?
That's you.
All right, what up, Ness? This the bull. I'm the bull Julio from Philly. I'm a first-time caller. I got to get around to that 5-star review, man. You guys have really amplified my passion for boxing.
Well, I hope so, brother. I hope you really get over there and drop that 5-star review, man. That definitely gives us the power. Poor old James had a fucking red pass at the Mayweather fight. Couldn't do what he needed to do.
But bro, so many people got the red pass at Doom that I thought wasn't gonna get. Some people didn't even get credentialed, son. It was crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, man, I just wanted to drop on y'all. Like, it takes a bit much, man, for me to get passionate enough to actually like call into a show and drop my opinion on something. But I really felt strongly about this Mayweather fight, man. Like, I'm over there with my friends, and we all in the group and stuff like that. And this guy, Chino Maidana, he brought us all to our feet, man. Like, we only had one guy in the room that was like really smug about going for Mayweather, and the rest of us, like, we all expected Mayweather to win, but we didn't expect what we saw. And some of the things that I pointed out was like I couldn't find a round to give Mayweather, like until round 7. I just couldn't give him a round because Maidana was bullying him all around the ring. Maidana was laying hands on him like we have never seen. He was just constantly laying hands on him. Besides that, like, Mayweather spent so much time complaining to the ref. A whole lot of complaining to the ref. Maidana was able to get inside. Maidana was actually able to slip some of his punches, like, on the inside. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but like early in the fight, they had an exchange, like in the corner, and Floyd Mayweather was returning some of the punches, but he kind of didn't like come out on top of that exchange. And ever since then, whenever he got cornered, he stopped returning the punches. So I felt as though as the fight went, like his work rate went down whenever Maidana got on the inside. However, at round 7, he was able to like stand in the middle of the ring and use his like ring generalship and really like be able to really work Maidana. He was able to really like stop him in his tracks. But I think that the corner kind of got Maidana back into the fight, kind of galvanized him a bit. And I just couldn't see it, man. Like I felt as though like maybe like rounds 10 and 11 might have been swing. But even if I'm being generous and I give those rounds to Mayweather, I still couldn't give him the whole fight. That would have been 8 rounds to 4. And I don't know. That's just the way I feel, man. Like, I wanted to give it to Mayweather because I felt as though he was going to win. And, like, usually I call these fights pretty well because I like to gather up a lot of knowledge. Like, I listen to you guys, and, like, I watch a lot of footage. I see a lot of training camps and stuff like that. I just, like, really pay attention, man, because I really like this sport. But when I see stuff like that, it's really disappointing to me, man. Like, the whole cushion in the gloves and the whole complaining to the ref. And I mean, like, we all knew Maidana was going to try to get inside and lean on him, especially when he came in with all that weight. Of course, he's going to try to lean on him and rough him up on the inside. And then, like, to complain about fouls when Mayweather's using them elbows and all that other stuff. And he, like, it was one of those rounds. He put Maidana in a really tight headlock on the inside. And, like, I mean, come on now. All that complaining to the ref and those really fast breaks. That just had me going ballistic. And, like, I don't know. I guess a part of this call is just me feeling like I'm entitled or I'm forced to publicly eat crow because I thought Mayweather was going to mop him. Not to say that I didn't have any respect for Maidana, but I really thought Mayweather was going to go in there and take him down. And, like, if I'm being real with myself and with the people that watched that fight with me, I just can't realistically say that I've seen Mayweather go in there and win that fight. It's one thing to say that I have like high expectations. I don't really see that because I can't say that I'm a Mayweather fan. I don't hate Mayweather, definitely. I think he's like, an icon for the world, like in a lot of different ways. But I really don't think he won that fight. I like sincerely do not believe that he won that fight.
See, this is why I want to see a rematch for sure, because this exact reason. So many people are so convinced that Maidana won it. I don't see any other choice, especially when you're thinking about who's actually ahead of him. There's no one else that I want to see against anyone else.
You gotta do it for legacy, and financially it makes sense. Maidana is a draw. Like, you were there, people called in that were there. He brought Argentine fans. He was cheered. He was carried around the ring on someone's shoulders, and they were loving him. They love this kid. He's the superstar right now, and I hope Golden Boy capitalizes. I hope Al Heyman, really, I think it's a disgrace and horrible on the part of Al Heyman. While this is Maidana's career high payday, come on, man. I mean, 1.5, that's bullshit. There's guys getting that shit on regular TV. That's just so unfair. this has been the show for this Sunday. I'm gonna let Robbie say his goodbyes and also MV Chu. But we want to thank everybody that called in, everybody that's been helping us, throughout the many years and all the possible shows that we do, all the support, all the purchasing of any merchandise that we might have, or the using of our affiliate links. Thank you so much. The iTunes reviews, like I've always said, they're the most powerful and the most precious form of support that you can send us, especially me. I love reading them on air, so continue to do so. MV2, go ahead, man. Take it away.
Yeah, great show tonight. Classic. One of the best. And I'm saying that every week now, but great show. And I think Maidana beats Floyd in the rematch.
All right, Robbie, take it away.
That's why we need to see an MV2, because last night was close enough. It was a close enough fight that there's many questions, and the only way they're going to be answered is if they get back in the ring in September. And I hope it happens in September, because as long as this Cold War exists, Mayweather is limited on his opponents, and at least Maidana possibly showed a blueprint to beat Mayweather in the future. Great show, guys, and let's keep up the good work. This is the best boxing show on the planet, and everybody needs to give as many reviews as possible so we can talk more fights and actually talk to fighters and get down to the bottom of all these stories that are going to be happening in boxing, because it's going to start to get busy now. We have a full boxing calendar until the middle of July, so we need to support this show as much as possible, folks.
All right, brother. Let's see here, my boy.
Fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Boxing fans, here's Jameson.
I just want to say in my closing statement that I was super impressed by Marcos Maidana. I know I sound like a Khan fucking hater, but I've been a Khan fan for fucking years. I'm just not impressed by him anymore. And big thanks and shout out to all the fucking first-time callers, man. Every week we get new first-time callers. A lot of them have really intelligent calls that come in here. Just if you have something to say, even if you're in the chat or if you're at home, fucking pick up the phone, call, and talk, man. Because we're such a niche sport. Sometimes it's just good to get it burned off. Don't be afraid of fucking getting grilled, man. Grill us. We talk shit. People grill us all the time. So fucking shout out to all the first-time callers today, man. Ness, have a good one.
I definitely gave busting 8 cherries and gang banging them. You already know, man. This is the Boxing Voice Sunday edition. Mayweather, Maidana post-fight. History was almost made. Beat thought it was a garbage pay-per-view. Ended up being a lot better than we expected. I'm going to officially eat my crow because, again, I'm going to repeat it for all you fickle people out there. Khan showed a lot of improvements. He showed intelligence on sticking to his game plan and continuously moving. He showed that he could clinch and hold a lot better when he's hurt and even when he's not hurt. He was able to get a clinch and do some sneaky Andre Ward, Kareem Mayfield, Virgil Hunter gym shit and pull Collazo's arm away and uppercut the shit out of him and score a knockdown. So shout out to Khan for getting by and lasting one more fight. But, in my opinion, he's only one fight away from being out of here. We'll see you guys Thursday, man. This is the Boxing Voice. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.